say, welcome to Tabletop and more. How are you doing today? How's your evening going? Let's see if it works for the first time this time, right? We sure hope so. Because yesterday was very bad. The fifth time was a charm, if there's such a thing. This is our first try today. Let's see if we get anybody. So thankfully last night, YouTube did not take any of my subs away. I actually gained a couple throughout the day and night. So, hey, welcome Eastern Washington. We are finally on schedule today. YouTube actually let us work this time. So, if you like the stuff, double tap the screen. We thank you for coming. This is Desert Armory and more. How are you doing, Eastern Washington? And the question of the night was, did you do any dove hunting yet? Depends, I guess, your state. Arizona just started yesterday, and some other states did as well. I might do some tomorrow, we'll see. Either tomorrow or Saturday, possibly, we'll see. Welcome, guys, welcome. Like and subscribe if you like that type of stuff. How's your evening all going? Looks like Eastern Washington said he's doing pretty good. That's great. You have a great Labor Day? I know I wore myself out. I'm still tired from that 12.5 mile hike. Ankle hurts, legs hurt. Yeah. It was a nice hike though. It was beautiful. If you saw it in my shorts. Wow, it was so nice up there. I need to do like a video roll, but I don't know how to do that. Sorry, a picture roll. Where I stick them all together and then play it as a short. I was slowly figuring it out on YouTube. It's not YouTube Studios. It's called YouTube Create or something like that. Yeah, something similar to that. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Desert Armory and more. I see there's a few of you in here. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for stopping by my channel right now and listening to my voice and looking at some of my goodies. I'm trying to remember if there was any requests last night for putting stuff on the table. I don't think there was. So we still had a good time though. It was a little bit less. It was like we were like an hour and 40 minutes, I think. It was just getting so late. And then I think we got 900 something views. And then overnight it went to like 1,500, something like that. So let's see here. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me try something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, sure enough. Yeah, some people did send some. I watched the shorts and the reply of last night. Replay. Okay. Good. Hey, welcome. Aloha. What's up? How are you doing? Trying to remember, are you the one in Australia? Can't remember. I know there's some people over there in Australia. We were talking about gun laws and stuff one of the times, and that slingshots are outlawed in some places. Oh, you're doing good? Great, great. I'm a little sore from yesterday's hike still, but we're good. We're good. We're alive. We're still kicking, as they say. Hey, welcome, fellow Arizonan. Lisa, welcome. Glad you can make it. Y'all double tap that screen. Raging Bullets, welcome. How are you doing? 12 miles yesterday. It was 12.5. Yeah, it was 6.4 one way from the parking spot. And so you double that, and that would make 12.5. Sorry, 6.25. So it's 6.25. Yep. I haven't did 12 miles in a while. I did. It was let's see, I think it was 6.5, 6.5, so it would have been 13. Double tap the screen and sub up. Thank you. I will pin that comment. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. And like I tell my subscribers and viewers, if there's something you would like to see on the table, ask if I have it, and I'll put it up there next live. If you want to see something you think I might have, ask me if I have it. If I do, I'll write it on a paper and it'll be on the table the next live. I've done that numerous times, although sometimes people don't show up. Let's see here. I have info on the Lee Enfield NSKS, but it's about 3 paragraphs. Could you send it to my Discord, which is Desert Armory and More? Or would that work if you have Discord? 5 for me. We wish, right? What are the guns on the table? Okay, so Woloho, we got a little let me turn my light on. I actually replaced the batteries now, so this will help. We got ourselves a Taurus FT22 with a tip-up barrel. I do have a Beretta. I have one. It's that shotgun back there, that 10 gauge. That's the only Beretta I have. I did some shorts of me shooting it last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? No, not last Saturday. The Saturday before that. This right here is a little revolver from late 1800s, I think from the 1880s. I still need to get some of the like the paw to run the cylinder. I got the spring to work for the hammer. Unfortunately, this little pistol, when I got it, they kind of lied and fibbed on the listing. They said it was non-functional. They never said it was missing parts. And it's missing piles of parts, so it's pretty much a hanger unless I want to take time to try to figure out how to get the gauge to work. Do they still make 10 gauge? Unfortunately, I do not know. This is a 32 rimfire. I still have to figure out where to get ammo from that or convert it. We got an FN57. This is one of my EDCs. I had it out yesterday, 365. It's one of my favorite little guns. This is a Heritage Rough Rider. We talked about those last night. I decided to put mine up there. I think it was Brookside. Let's talk about it. I have a 22 mag cylinder in that. And then that's a CZ17 HMR. That was one of those sleepers that was on the interwebs I bid on. I was the only bidder, so I got it super cheap. And then that's a lever action 44 mag. It's a 1894 model, made in 71, I believe. I got to look up the serial number, but I'm not sure that Discord is, but I can send it to one of your short videos that don't have a lot of comments. That could work. So hear me this, or riddle me this, as they say. I have a couple videos you would think would really take off. Like I have an AK-47 Klasnikov. Why does it only have 87 views? And I have some other cool stuff that are like low 100s. It makes no sense. Then I have stuff that are oddball that'll get like my double barrel shotgun. One of them has 2,600 views. It's one of them over here. So let me get my little pointer stick, wherever that thingy bob went. Here it is. So this one here, this one got over 1,000 first. And then this one caught up, and now it's way over. This one has 2,600 views. This one's got like 1,100, 1,200. This one's got almost 1,000. I never listed this one. I do have this one on. But yeah, it's weird. Sometimes, and then some of those lever actions over there, barely any views. It's weird. But then the same exact ones, when I'm shooting it, gets a whole bunch of views. Let's see. I saw a compact version of your 44 mag with no stock. Oh, like a mare's leg? Yeah, those are pretty cool. I saw a 45 Colt the other day and a 357. They're pretty neat. My local, hey, thanks for the subscription you ever gave that. I really appreciate that. You gave us one. Whoever you were, I appreciate that. Hey guys, whoever that was a good example. Could you also do the same if you like this type of content? Subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. If you're unsure, maybe you want to look at my shorts of shooting, of hiking, of disassembling guns and working on them. Maybe you want to look at those first before you decide to subscribe. And if there's something you would like to see on the table next live, let me know in the comments, and I'll write it on a paper. And if I have it, I will put it on the table for you. Nice Brono, sir. Not sure what that stands for, brother. 6555 Swede. That would be a neat gun to get. I hear they're very accurate. A 6.5 Swede. I was just looking at a Mauser that I heard. It was just like a video about it that they make in a 6.5. The CZ. Oh yes, that is a CZ. That is a 17 HMR right there. It's a model 427 or is it a 450 something? Let's see if I can get in here and look at it. I'd be on the other side. I can't read it. It's on the other side of the barrel. Thank you, YouTube. Oh, what'd they do? Whoop, my screen just went black. Let me turn that back on, folks. What'd YouTube do or not do? Not take my subscriptions away? Yep, they didn't take any away last night. That was a blessing. The CZ452 is the same as the Brono 2. Okay, didn't know that. Let me see if I can figure out what model mine is. I know it's a 4 something. So it's a 452 2E or something like that. So good eye. Yep, that's exactly what that was, a 452. It's the deluxe model. So it has the target sights that are adjustable, almost like an old military style, right here where it slides. And it has the latches here in both places for a sling, and then it has the hood dust cover. So that's the deluxe model. That thing, I was shooting open sights at 350, 400 yards with it, no problem. Send you one. Oh, Martin, you wish, right? Hey, welcome lever action. I'm trying to think if I took any more lever actions out since you were here. Did I have the 30-30 out before? I'm not sure if I did or not. I would like to get my 300 Savage sitting on that rack too, but I'd have to take off this one because that's not a lever and rearrange it for my other leather action to go in there. It just looks totally different than these though. Those Model 99 Savages are pretty interesting. Let's see. I got no notification. Yeah. Oh, that's derogatory. Yeah. Hey guys, someone just subscribed. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you for being a good example. What's the one with the scope? The one on that is a 30-30. The other night, someone was like, "Why you put a scope on a brush gun?" I'm like, "Well, it's America, dude. Do whatever you want, right? That way I can shoot 350, 400 yards with my 30-30, and you can't, right? Accurately. I could do 350 in a circle 6-inch. That's pretty good for a 30-30. With 150 grain weight, those were what were those? I think they were 160. I think they were Federal Power Shocks. Hello, sir. Unfortunately, I cannot read your writing there. I think it's from Middle East somewhere or somewhere else. Unfortunately, YouTube does not have a translator for that. Excuse me. You would think with all the technology they have, you'd be able to. So, unfortunately, I can't read that. I would love to answer that question. Maybe you said hi. So, if you said hi, hello. Thank you for the 2 subs, whoever did that. That means a lot. Like I said earlier, if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see a gun, I might have it. And if I do, I usually put it on the table for the people. If they want to see it up close, I'll put it on the table. Last night, nobody mentioned anything. What kind of side-by-side is that? So that is a Beretta Silverhawk, and it's made in 1960, and it's a 10 gauge. Yes, a 10 gauge. Yep, that thing gives a wallop. And then I have a whole bunch right here. So let me get my pointer stick again. Yeah, you weren't on when I was pointing. So the one on top here is a 16 gauge M75, I think. Zastava, made in Yugoslavia. This one's American Arms or something. Let me check. The one with the tiger butt looking thing. American Arms Co. Yeah. So from here down to the bottom are all pre-1899. This one's a H.J. Stevens. I did a short of that on a couple Saturdays ago. This one's a F. Williams. I did a short on that a couple Saturdays ago. Those are 12s. That's a 12. That's a 12. This is a 16 gauge. The one on the bottom is a 10 gauge. I'm still working on that one. So we haven't worked on that one yet. We're in the process, if you saw some of my shorts, working on one right here on the floor. I thought it was a 20. It was advertised as a 20. And I didn't work on it until like a week ago. And once I started working on it, I noticed that it's actually a 12 gauge. Yeah. You tried to translate with Google. Okay, what did it say? Your Emerald for official attention ammunition. I don't have no idea. Hey, who's in the house? Yama! Who's in the house? I do not have a 4 gauge. I do have an 8 gauge shell. It'd be pretty cool to get a 4 gauge. You see him here and there. Hey, whoever just subscribed, thank you. Here's an 8 gauge. I would love to get a gun that shoots it. Here and there I see him on the interwebs for sale. Thank you, Mr. Swede. Appreciate it. I am sure. Yep. Hey, welcome. Juan Jesus Rosales. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? ¿Dónde vive? ¿En México? What's up, y'all? Heaven, God's up, God's good. Hey, someone just subscribed. Appreciate it. Unless someone's goofing with it, because I think it went from 290 to 291 back to 290, 291. Anyways, gracias para bien, Juan Jesus. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? Let's see here. Yep, what's up, Llama? You gonna do a live tonight? Maybe you already did. I used to find it so confusing how the shell is spicier the lower the gauge. Yeah, it's kind of like wire. You ever notice that with wire gauges? The lower the number, the bigger the wire. Same idea. YouTube, I'm just touching my screen. Yeah, I've wondered the same thing too. Because, like, yeah, this is an 8, so it's bigger. 410, is just about the smallest. They did make a 6, supposedly. They did make a 6, but I think they're even more rare than a 4 gauge. Depend on the load, yeah. I admire your gun collection. I'm Canadian. Our gun laws suck, so I can't have a lot of cool stuff you got. Dude, I know. I was in California, and thankfully they are a little better in Canada, but they were so hard to get stuff. I'm from Arizona, and I still live here. And I lived in California for 12 years, and I started collecting like back in 2019, a little more aggressively. And it was so hard to get stuff. Like, certain things you just couldn't have, you'd love to have, but you couldn't because California has a gun roster. Not sure. I have it scheduled, but YouTube is crushing my lives. Yeah, mine right now is doing okay, it looks like. Thank you all for coming by. Canada can have sawed-off shotguns, though. I heard about that, which is nice. I did hear about that. So at least they're letting you have shotguns. Anyways, guys, I see there's 78 in you of the chat. Could you please double tap the screen if you like this stuff? Maybe you like some of the guns on the table and you want to double tap the screen right over one of those. Maybe you want to look at some of my shorts. I have shorts of shooting, of hiking, of working on some guns, all sorts of stuff. Maybe you like that stuff. So if you could double tap that screen, like and subscribe. Let's see here. You can have sawn off if they're sawn at a shop. That's cool. Like shorter than 18? Because like U.S., if you have something shorter than 18 inches of a shotgun, it's considered a short barrel shotgun. You have to get a tax stamp for it. Hard to be motivated when you go from 300-ish views to only 5 or 6. Yeah. I know for a fact, too, mine throttles down at about 40. Last night we had like 30-something people in at one time. And as soon as it hit like 40, 42 minutes, it dropped down to 10 or 20. No, it was 10. 10 or 15. And then it dropped down to 5 and then 2 and then 1 and then 2 and 5. And yeah. Within a lifetime. You can have short-barreled shotguns as long as it meets specific overall length. Oh, the overall. Okay. As well as coming like that from factory. That's cool. I would love to get a short barrel like a coach gun. Hey, whoever just subscribed. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want to see if you can change that. Change what? You can buy a rare, really small gun with the license for pistol. That's cool. What is the small pistol with the wood grubs in the bottom left corner? Which one? The revolver or that one? Thanks for coming by the way, Landshark. This one here is a Taurus. Is that the one you're talking about? It's the 22 tip-up barrel. That happens to all YouTubers. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. I was just scrolling through shorts and came across your stream, so YouTube is promoting you to me, at least. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that for coming by. Llama's channel and views. Yep. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that is a Taurus. Let me zoom in there. It's a PT-22. There's a newer version of it. I really like the old one. People have had problems with this older one. I don't know. I've put maybe 35 rounds through it. Barely any. So I don't really have a lot to say about it. Yeah, so if you're interested in something like that, mine seems to work. Welcome back, Lisa. Adam Lake. I just found your live in my feed. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, brother. Charles Daly sells someone off triple barrel. I'd love to have a triple barrel, guys. Either a triple barrel or have you ever seen, years ago growing up, we watched the Alamo and there's that hex barrel thing that's like this big with like 6 barrels in a circle and one in the center. That would be so cool. Welcome, by the way, Adam Lake. Appreciate it. Double tap the screen. If you could subscribe. Someone just did. Really appreciate that. That's our subscribe counter. My old World War II era 22 LR handgun is the most reliable. Nice. What brand is it? What's your favorite 22 handgun? That's a good question. Probably my Walther. I have a Walther P22. You did subscribe. Thank you so much, Adam. If you have a channel, I will see about subscribing back to you. And then again, if you see something that you want to see up close, let me know in the chat. Or maybe you want to see a gun that I may have. I'll put the name down of the gun you would like to see and your name, and I'll put it on the table for next time. That way, if you decide to come by, we'll go ahead and do that. George, welcome, brother. Bienvenidos, hermano. George is in the house. How you doing? Feeling better? Hey, Bullseye Ben's in here too. Welcome, welcome. Double tap that screen, folks. We thank you for those subscriptions. We went up a couple already. We really appreciate that. Yes, Mr. Adam Lake. That is a 5.7 in the almighty FN brand. I also have a Palmetto State Armory one. It's called a Rock. Doing good, still at work. Okay, that's good you're still able to work. Junk. Which one's junk, Solid Snake? Thanks for coming by the way. Double tap that screen if you could. This one's junk? No, this one is not. That's an FN. FNs aren't junk. They are good quality. The PSA, some are. I wouldn't say my 5.7 is, but some PSAs are. And so are some SIGs, right? Oh, 5.7. They can be. It depends on what you're using them for. They were made for penetration and speed versus a 22 mag was made for oomph and varmints. Did you see that new Tel-Tec 5.7? The one that has the actual clip. It's not a magazine. It actually is a clip where you load up the clip and shove them all in. I have seen them, videos, people shooting them, but not in my hand. I own HK pistols. I buy high-end. I know FN. High-end. Okay, good for you. I do not have any HK. I do have this over here. It has HK parts in it. It's an Century Arms MP5 with HK parts inside. Yes, it's triple clip. Yeah. It definitely is not a magazine. Thank for the subscription, whoever did that. Appreciate it. Yeah, if I had the money, I'd buy HKs too. You're kind of biased. Hey, that's fine. If you have the money and you know there's a good gun you want to pay for, save up for it and get it. I have no problem with that. Yeah, that thing's cool. I need to get a folding stock or collapsible. I did find a place with collapsibles for a lot cheaper. I just bought 3 more mags for it. They were on sale, 20% off during Labor Day. Oh, you want to put it back up? Sure. Let me take the charge cord off so I can get up in there. There you go. It's a MP5 clone with Century Arms, and so I need to get a collapsible stock for you too. It's pretty cool. I like it, and it's got HK parts in it. So someone switched out all the innards and put HK in it. Yeah, HK's fairly expensive. Yeah. Let's see here, folks. Anybody else say anything else? If you don't have the money, you should still get it because I got bad financial advice. Okay. That table looks like my uncle's coffee table. This is one of those workbench work tables that Amazon has that has the motors, so you can push the buttons right here and raise it, lower it. So it's perfect for standing and doing loading and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was on sale for like $120 or something. I wonder who has an MP5 with a folding stock and all. Llama does. Oh, yeah. Well, I do too, but not a folding stock. You can't comment. Why not? It's going too fast. Hey, Mouse, welcome. I have not seen you in here. Thank you so much for coming by. Whoopee, guys, we hit 300. Thank you so much for subscribing, folks. Let's give a round of applause. Round of applause. Yay, we hit 300 again. We did that 2 days ago, and YouTube stole them from us. How many dove you get? I have not hunted yet. We're planning on it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday. We'll see. 3 hundos. That's pretty cheap. Are the guns on the table all the ones you own? No. I have a whole bunch in the safe. I have 3 military ones there. We have a sniper there. We have some levers here and a single shot on the top. We got a whole bunch of double barrels over here. We got some stuff we're working on there. We have some stuff in the corner over there and all here. And I have a few in my van yet because I did some short shooting in last Saturday. So if you want to see those, head over there to my shorts. Yeah, thank you. No problem, Drunk Mouse. We appreciate people coming in. If you could double tap that screen, we'd really appreciate it. Helps with the YouTube algorithm, so it looks like people are liking my videos, and it helps push out the feed that I'm live right now. So it looks like it's working. Charles Duncan, thank you for coming by. I have not seen you in here. Thank you for subbing. How are you doing, by the way? Show me your shotgun muzzle. Choke set. I don't have any. All my shotguns do not have chokes, but my 20 gauge. It's a Weatherby that's inside the safe, and that I got it with what it came with. I got it used, even though it looks pretty much brand new, for really cheap. When is Joe going to be live? Which Joe? I'm not sure who that would be, unfortunately. You just subbed. Thank you, Drunk Mouse. Appreciate it. Do you have any 50 BMG? No, I do have 50 BMG shell, but that's all. Nice collection. Thank you. I do not have a 38 Super. I do have a 10. It's not on the table. I just took it off earlier. It's actually in the safe. I had it up there last night. It's a Glock 20. I would like to get a 38 Super. I almost bought one time. It was a Rock Island. It was decent price, but ammo's here in the U.S., at least where I'm at, ammo for it's a little harder to find. You got quite the collection, dude. Nice. You mind showing us the inside of the safe? Give me a bit. So there's not a lot in it right now because I have some in my van and then some on the table, as well as these rifles on the side. But I have a few handguns in the door there, a couple old ones sitting there, and then some in those cases there. I have 2 Colts over there. We have some shotguns over here. One's a 10 gauge single gauge or single action. We got a 45 down there, Colt. That's a Cimarron, and then some shotguns in the corner back in there that are socked so they don't get scraped. And then I have some little handguns inside these pockets. Anyways, let's see here. I like the stream. Thank you. You're good. Perfect. Glad you're doing good, Charles. How long have you been collecting? First gun I ever bought, I was 18. If you look at my one short, it's a 22 Savage bolt action Mark II. Pretty neat. Wait, there's a feed of stream. Did it hear that right? Not that I know. Thanks for the subscription, guys. Can't have dove without a choke. Depends where you're at, brother. But my 20 gauge has a choke, and I have another shotgun that is a choke. It's a fixed choke, like it's non-adjustable. So I'm allowed to use those. Just getting into guns and about to pick up my new Canic, Meta MC9 Prime. Good gun to start with, brother. So I have the TTI Canic, the Combat. I believe the MC9 Canic Prime has the exact same trigger, if I heard right. That's pretty cool. The Jimmy Show, yeah, I know him. That's Pete. Pistol Pete, right? Or Jimmy Show's maybe the other one. Or Turkey. I could do Turkey with this one, the 10 gauge, because it has factory choked. No expenses, no fees to stream. No. One of my friends hunting ducks, nice, with a 10 gauge without a choke. Yeah, it just depends where you're at and what your laws are. Where Solid Snake is, or yeah, you might not be able to. Crazy, but I lived 20 years thinking I was a felon. Great news, though. I'm not. Good for you. Hey, who took the subscription down? We had 310 and it went to 309. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. A lot of people in here. 196. Appreciate it, guys. If you like this type of stuff, please double tap the screen. If you'd like to see a gun on the table for next stream, let me know in the comments, and I will put it down there if I have it. I have a Colt 1911. It's not a Colt brand. Yes, that is an MP5 clone with HK parts inside. Pakistan, not sure who that is. Welcome, by the way. Raja, welcome. 30 caliber from Pakistan's best gun. It probably is pretty good. Gonna live tonight around 9:30. Okay. Your 12 gauge. I have one of those too. I have a 36-inch 12 gauge. It's inside there. It's a Marlin original goose gun. It's in my. It hardly fits in the safe. It's a three shot. Let's see. I actually went to prison over ATF case and just last year got it expedited off my. Good for you, brother. Good for you. So you should be able to get your rights back. You look into Chazelle chamber adapters. Is that so where you can put like a 10 gauge shell thing and shoot smaller pew bullets out of it? Oh, good for you. Okay, sorry, I'm still catching up, Mr. Snake. Paul Solcombe, thank you. What safe is that? I have the 18 gun safe from Hordsby and want a different one. So let me swing the door shut for you. I should be able to do that. YouTube, it's just a safe. We're just closing the door. So this is a Yukon Gold made by Browning. I got it from Sportsman's Warehouse. It's a 42 gun, I think. Thanks for the subscription, guys. I got it on sale for $8.99 like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. Just appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you for coming by. Double tap that screen if you like this type of stuff. Let's see. Hornady. Okay, gotcha. Glock, my favorite gun. Good for you. It's not my favorite, but they do make a nice all-around gun. I would say they're one of the best guns for an all-around pistol. They're smash-proof. They have an okay trigger. They can go through all sorts of stuff and still work. I'm back. I put the comment on one of the hiking videos from today. Okay, thank you. Bullseye Ben, where did you get a 30-06 12 gauge? Yeah, that thing's cool. An over-under that has a 30-06. Yeah, that thing's cool. How many Colts you own? I have 2. So is that something you would like to see, Ryan? If so, I can put it on a paper as a request, and then tomorrow I'll stick it on the table if you would like to see those. You look like Glock 20. I do have a Glock 20. It's inside my safe. You probably saw it in the door, maybe. Yes, thank you. Okay, let me write that down. I had a Ryan in here earlier. Maybe you were the one who requested one time for the MP5 and one time, but you never showed. It might have been you. Welcome. In Gov, we mistrust. Yep. In the M1 Grand overrated or value's going to keep going up? M1 Grand? I do not have a micro Hellcat. Welcome, Jake. Welcome, Dan Grimes. Hey, Tactical Togue. Welcome. You made it. Sure enough. I'm so glad. That's the closest to a Hellcat I have size-wise is a 365 macro. Love that little gun. I'm pretty accurate with it at 20 yards. If you look at my short, I did pretty good. I was actually kind of shocked. I do not have a Glock 19, but you like those. Good for you. Yeah, they're a very good gun. And the 17. I just found this channel maybe 2 minutes ago. Well, good for you. Yeah, I love the 365. Welcome, Terrorist. Terrorist, thank you so much for coming. Let's see, that was Ryan S. He wants to see the Colts. So that will be for tomorrow's feed. We start at 6 o'clock every evening if we can. And then we go from there. And see how it goes. Hey, welcome, sir. Haven't seen you in here yet. Thank you. Well, maybe I have once, maybe. My daily carry is a 26 Gen 4. Nice. With 12-round mag, pull mag with pinky grip. Sweet. The 360 is awesome, but dog hasn't been having the best reputation. Yeah, I know. Sig. Now, for the 365, like I mentioned in my short 2 Saturdays ago, they got that right, I think. Or did I use that recently? Anyways, I think they got that right. But I think what it was with the SIG, which I have one of them, I had it out here yesterday, the 17s and 18s, there was a batch of them that the tolerances were wrong. Do you have any World War II guns? I have 2 of them. Let me take you off the screen here, and we will do a tour. So I have 2 World War II guns. We have a Mosin Nagant right there that's from 43. And then we have a 303 British right here. And that is those are both from 43. This one is pre-World War II. It's a 1938, 1939 Mauser in 7.92. Tan pistol right here is a 5.7 FN. Let's see, I would like to see your historical pistol. What do you mean by historical? Yes, you were right. It's a 5.7. ARP, not sure what that is, for tomorrow's live. Which World War II guns? So, just showed you that. 365 traditional firing pin, while as the yes, you are correct, Terrorist. That is one of the problems that they had. No Grand yet, no. Those cost too much. I almost bought one, but at the time I didn't have that much with me. So there was a Grand that was from 48, I think. So right after World War II at a swap meet for 1,200 buckaroos. That was a good price, I think. Hey, what's up? Cumfest, thank you so much for coming. Curtis Thomas, Jason Swift, thank you for coming by. Let's see. There's my sniper, my 338 Lapua. That one, I just did a short of just shooting it. I do not have any World War II pistols, unfortunately. I have those two pistols I have that are Glocks, or not Glocks, Colts are pre-World War II. They've got to be around World War One time, probably. Keep talking. I'm stroking. Well, don't do that. Oh, because, okay, Tobias. Behave now, brother. Thanks for coming by, though. Double tap that screen if you could. With the numbers of antique revolvers you have acquired, have you considered buying a Lamat? I have not heard of that one. I'm screenshotting that. We're going to look at it. I bought one for $1,100. Good for you. Good for you. My local gun store has a few. I'm pregnant and it's yours. We need to talk. Well, Tobias, that would be a lie because I've never been with anyone. So, joke's on you. My more frequent carry is maybe a Beretta. Good for you. The 9mm, like an M9 style. I need my mods in here. They need to take away some stuff for me. Let's see here. Let's see. Say goodbye to Tobias Collin. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Tobias. He went adios. He was one of those trolls. Thanks for coming by, though. You gave me some views. Got lots of ammo here, all sorts of calibers. Guys, if you're new to Desert Armory and More, we thank you so much for coming by. If you like this type of stuff, please double tap the screen. And if you'd like to see something and I have up close, we'll stick it on the table for you for the following live. Just tell me what you'd like to see, and if I have it, I'll put your name down and we will stick it on the table. Let's see, I think the feed froze for a little bit. There we go. Sorry guys, the feed froze for a little bit. I don't know why. I've never been a big fan of Berettas. Hi, so what's your favorite of the group? Of what's on the table? I would say, that is going to be a hard one, brother. Let me get my pointer. Where's my little pointer thingy? This is a hard one because I really like two of them that are on that table. Let me get my pointer. Hey, thanks for the subscription, guys. So this one right here is my favorite. One of my favorite lever actions is a 44 Magnum. This one's a 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk double barrel. Of all the guns on here, I think I'm gonna have to do it to the 44 mag lever, just barely. Yeah, holy amo, huh? Let's see. Genuine question: why would anyone need all of this? It's America. We have the freedom to do it, and we have the freedom to do content like this. So, sort of collector, sort of not. You're definitely stocked with ammo. Yes, a lot of those are so many different calibers, so you have to get different stuff. Mike Osborne, welcome to the chat. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. That's our subscription counter. We're pretty low, sadly. Retta M9A1, only difference from military variant is the picture real. Nice. What's up, Gunner Man? Welcome. How are you? What happens if you accidentally tap the gun with your pointer? I don't think that matters because they know it's not a finger. America. Amen. Terrorist. You are so right. It's because America. What you think of Walther Creed? Don't know the Creed part, but I do know Walther. I got a 22 in there, or is it in my van still? Let's see here. If I already bought an M1 Grand, what should be my next middle surplus? M14 replica, M1 carbine, Nagant, or Sarka, 1903. Maybe a Nagant. They might be the easiest or cheapest to find. I don't know what the 1903 is, unfortunately. I like the Beretta 92F. Those are nice. They're a copy of the M4. I thought about getting one. You can never have too many guns. That's what I say. Yep, America, baby. Yep, right on. Do you collect World War II era stuff? Welcome, Electro Restorations. I only have 2 World War II era of rifles. I have a Mosin Nagant right here and a 303 British. This is pre-World War II. It's a 1939 or 38. Don't tread on me. Amen, Lisa. You're my favorite transfer. Well, unfortunately, that's not true, brother. I am straight as a rail. And you are going bye-bye. Everybody say goodbye to him. The one and only Nicole. Bye-bye. The doors have opened. Hey, Pat, welcome. Huggy Bear, welcome for coming by. Thank you for showing up. Double tap that screen. Hey, amen, George. All good. My gun project's almost done. Sweet. That'll be nice. What's your stance on legalizing machine guns? I think it would be fun, but I think it still would be nice to at least have to do something very simple that's not super hard. I would be fine with that. You like revolvers? Good, good. So we only got these three here on the table. This one is actually just a wall hanger right now. This one is a 32 rimfire, so I don't have any ammo for it yet. That is a 22 Magnum. I have a lot more. Get a real hobby, bro. No reason to film this. Okay, we don't need you here. Bye-bye, Jay Razor. Unfortunately, we don't need people like you in the chat. We do need you. Hey, what's up? Everyday Carry. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, good stuff. Double tap that screen and like. Subscribe up, please. We got 327. Is that a P320? That one is not, but I do have one in the safe. I had it out last night. Let's see here. I ran out of safe space for guns. Now I use staging as an excuse to leave them in obscure places. There you go. What stare? Tactical Toke, welcome. I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. Hey, see ya. Waloho. Adios. See ya. What state? Oh, Arizona. I'm in Arizona. Any Glocks? I have one, Mr. White Dog. Thanks for showing up, by the way. I'll show it to you here shortly. I have one right there. It's a 20, so it's a 10 mil. That's the only Glock I have. You seem so happy today. Hee hee hee. I'm trying to be happy. YouTube's done me over a few times. Very sad. We'll see how many of these stay. Arizona. Yep. And so is Lisa, I believe. Yep. See a big box, Nicole. Don't know who that is, Mr. Certified Bleep Ball. I don't think we need you, by the way. Sorry. Let's see. Do you hunt deer? Hey, good question, Bryson Boos. And welcome to the channel. Michael, welcome to the channel. We have a whitetail hunt coming mid-November. It'll be my first deer hunt. So bid me luck. We're going to bring my 30-30 right here and my 270 Remington Model 700. We'll need to go. Bye, man. See you later. Bye, George. Thanks for coming up. Is that an FN57? Yes, sir. Good Eye Canyon Schlout. Schlout? Is that how you pronounce it? It is. That's a really neat gun. It's a Herstal, FN Herstal, Belgium. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Bottom right. Yep, simple, like a 4473. Right. Yeah, just something simple. Just a regular old background check. Have Walther PPK 320 auto. 380 auto. Nice. What's your EDC? That's one of them. Thanks for stopping by, Mr. Tree. That one's one of them I use a lot when I'm hiking and on the range. I carry, though, in my pocket a smaller one, a Bodyguard 2.0. We were packing it today. If you look at one of my shorts, I had it on me. I'm like, what you packing today? And I showed it on the side. Oh, LPVOs have had some decent strides recently. Welcome, Aviator Fox. Double tap the screen if you haven't. Thank you all for showing up. If you're new to Desert Armory and More, this is what we talk about. We talk about guns, show what we have, not in a proudful way, but in just a way of accomplishment. We do gun content and shooting. We do shorts and stuff of hiking, long formats of disassembling of guns, all sorts of stuff. And if you like this type of stuff, double tap the screen. And we do appreciate those subs that we have been coming in. That means a lot. And we've got a lot of people in the chat right now. So if you could double tap that screen and subscribe, that would be very helpful. Maybe you like a certain gun and you would like to see it up on the table. Make a request in the chat. And if we have it, we'll put it on the table. If I see your chat. Since when is shooting not a hobby? It should be, right? Lisa, see ya. If that's you going. Sorry, guys. A little out of breath. Do you know anything about Japanese arms from World War II? Like the Arasaka? I do not, other than ground off the MIM when they brought it into the States. I could have got one of those at a pawn shop. I mean, a Swap Meet 2 for $600, and it had like 400 rounds. I should have got it. What kind of gun should I have in case I encounter a Sasquatch? Hey, Dustin, good question. You could always buy a 10 gauge, one of these. This is a 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk. That would do the job with some heavy loads. That would take care of them. If not a 10 mil, I have a 460 that would take care of them, or 500 I have too. Hey, ADC in the chat. Let's go. Yep, he is here. Have you ever had any problems with your P320? I have not, thankfully. Hey, welcome, Larry. All the way from the other side of the pond. Once you, mate. Once you on the other side of the pond. You have a PT-11 Pro Millennium 9. No, you don't. You're not over there then if you got that. Glock 18C. I do not. Welcome to the chat, Jay Martinez. Thanks for showing up to mine. Appreciate it. Only one. Love me some Second Amendment. Amen, brother. As one of the brothers on the YouTube say, 2A is the way. Yes, sir. What's up, Jungle Thriving? Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Phillips Rushing. Welcome. Jesus Freak, how you doing? Dyke Peters, welcome. Nice airsoft collection? Nope, they aren't. The closest thing to airsoft is this pellet gun, by the way. Where do you plan on going? For where? Hunting? I live in Arizona, so that's where you'd hunt at. I'm getting off the night CL tomorrow. Ryan, yes. So I have you written down to for the 2 o'clock Colts for the counter. So if there's something you'd like to see and I have it, request for it in the chat. We'll put it on here in the following live. Someone requested the Colts, so both of them will be up here tomorrow. Glockenspiel, make great dog, chew toys. Possibly. Let's see here. Call ATF. Nope, we won't do that. Hunting 2-legged deer for all my life. Ooh, nice one, Mustang. ATF coming. He's at your door. 20 gauge shotgun. Yes, I have one in here. I'm going to use that for doves. Where do I plan on hunting? On planet Earth. On one of the zones here in Arizona where I live. Joined at Papa Pew Pew's live last night, and I can't breathe by laughter. His laugh made me daily. Really good for you, good for you. Fake guns. Nope, they're all real. Bye-bye, Dyke Peters. Thanks for coming by. What brand lube do you use for your guns? Honestly, I normally just use gun oil. Hoppies, I think it is. Hit the like button, everyone, and subscribe. Thank you. Sasquatch is real, y'all. Yeah, I saw him blurry yesterday when I did my 12.5-mile hike. Sebastian Tactical, welcome. P320, you know. Yeah, I know, man. It's in here. It's becoming a safe princess, or whatever you want to call it. Are you still using your WhatsApp? Off and on. I have to download it to I have to like what do you call that? Mirror image from one app, one phone to another. Yeah, there's an MP5. It's a clone. Welcome, Charles. Thank you. That is an MP5 clone. It's Sensory Arms with MP5 parts inside, like the sear, the hammer, the slide. It's all MP5 in there. You have said you're trying to get into reloading. How many calibers do you plan on reloading? Definitely these here, which are 338 Lapuas. These down here are 3220s that I did reload. Also 2520s I'm reloading. We'll see from there what we're going to do. Welcome, Josh Johnson. I have not had any problems with my P320, thankfully. I do not have an MP14. Cool airsoft collection. If that's what you think they are. Walther P99, PPQ, or PDP. I like the PDP, especially the Ultra Max, whatever it's called. Ultra Match. And with blue parts. My local pawn shop has had one for sale for like 5 months on consignment, or maybe it's just for sale. I keep eyeing that thing, and it's like, well, if I had an extra $1,400, they could probably get it down even lower because it's been there so long. I thought about getting it. We'll see, maybe. Well, that people will troll comments like this. Yep, that's what they do. Airsoft. Yep, Matthew Growl. You can say all that you want. Weak. Hey, Mr. June, is that weak? You think that's weak? Joshua or no, June 03XX3? Weak. That's a 338 Pua, dude. That thing goes like 2 miles. The SAS, no Kieran, that are telepathic. Hey, Dorothy, welcome. Who dat? Welcome, buddy. Thank you so much for coming by. Double tap that screen, like and subscribe. Maybe you like double barrels. We got a whole bunch of those, folks. I've been repairing some of them. There's 2 in the corner working on in there. There's one on the ground we're repairing. Aviator Fox, you're back. I still kick myself over not getting a Martini Henry. Oh, the 5.7 Martini? So I have a 5.77 Schneider. The bullet, I think, is the same size. The shell's just different. Let's go! Vontae, welcome, brother. For the Bigfoot, I would take a 416 Rigby. Dude, that would turn him inside out. What about a Cobra 45? I don't know if I've heard of a Cobra 45. Colts. What's it like shooting the 10 gauge? Does it kick like a horse? Or yeah. So if you look at my shorts, I have a video of me shooting this 10 gauge, and I have a single shot 10 gauge in here of me shooting that. It would have been about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Love Idaho, where I live. Good for you. I hear Idaho has good gun laws. Do you have 9 million? Do you have a 9 million? I do not. I don't think they make that one. I carry a Glock 40X, 43X. Nice. And a Smith & Wesson. I think maybe you have too many tools. Nope. Dragula McFisty. We do not. And unfortunately, say goodbye to Dragula. Bye-bye. To a haven. Amen. Welcome to the chat, Krisnik. Thank you so much for coming. Fucor, thank you for coming. The most important of all, the amendment. Let's go. GW, thank you for coming in the chat. Double tap the screen and subscribe. We've got 345 subscriptions. If you like this stuff, thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, this ammo, I have so many different calibers of guns, so we have to have all sorts of stuff. 59 Thunderbird. That's a nice car, by the way. Welcome, only iced coffee. Appreciate you coming by. EDC, a Glock 32. Good for you. I do not have an FFL. I have them shipped to a local FFL. 380 Mac 11. Don't have one of those. Welcome, Winston. Chelmsford, Vermont Rail. I do not have an 18C. Thank you for coming by. Josh Seamney. Damn, look at the collection. What firearms do you recommend for a first-time hunter for this fall's hunting season? Hey, I got one coming too. I am using my 30-30 lever action for up close, like within 200 or less. Maybe I have it sighted in up to 350 at a 6-inch circle. That's pretty good, I'd say, for 30-30. And then I'm also using a 270. For hunting, people say the 6.5 is good, the 6.5 Creedmoor. Some people. I would say get yourself a Ruger American, best bang for the buck in a good caliber. Either 270, 30-06. If they have a 6.5 Creedmoor, good to know YouTube ain't banning your channel. No, they aren't. Thankfully. No, they don't do that as long as you don't touch them while you're doing a live stream. Live lit, bro. Yeah, so far it's okay. Do you have a 22 LR pump action? I don't have a pump action, like a gallery gun. I would love to get one. I have a lever action, but unfortunately it's in a box in there and needs sent off to Henry. It's got problems. Do you have an MP14? I do not, unfortunately. Rival S? I do not. I have a Canik TTI Combat, and I have a Canik Signature Series Sketch. It's a SFX. Hello, Edwin D'Antonio. Welcome, welcome. Mr. B. Swan, do you have any crazy ammo? As in what? Hot stuff or oddball rounds? I got oddball as in like down here, some ones I loaded, 32 20s. And we got 303 British. That's kind of oddball. We got some other military rounds back in there. Down in here, oh, let's see if I can get you underneath these without touching them. YouTube, I'm not touching them. There's the 32 20s. We got some 38 shorts. Colt 38, long Colt 25-20. 38 Smith & Wesson. We got some 32 Smith & Wesson longs. Those are some oddball. And this one's an oddball here. Look at those ones. 25 Stevens short rimfire. That's what that gun shoots. Second Amendment Haven. Welcome. Brian Jones. What about a Cobra 45? I'm not sure what you're meaning by Cobra 45. Nice peanut butter 5.7. Thank you, crackhead. I also have a PSA Rock 5.7. AR-10. I do not. That is a 5.7 right there. Or sorry, 5.56 223. 870 Express. Those are good. Or a Mossberg 500. Oh, that's a hard question. Those are both good guns. The Maverick 88 is pretty good too, I hear. I would say get the 870. But your choice. Do you have World War II? I have two of them right here and a pre-World War II. So this tall one is a pre-World War II. It's a Mauser 7.92, technically like an 8 mil. This is a 303 British. That's made in 43. And Mosin Nagant right there made in 43. That one's made in 48, 49. Sorry, 38 or 39. MP5 clones here in Philippines cost 700,000 plus. Well, it's probably some special thing. USSR AK Mini don't have. Is there a World War II? Sell that Glock. Which one? I only have. There's no Glock on the table, so don't know what you're selling there. Nope, nothing's for sale here. What do you think of Piety single action revolvers? Okay, so I have a Cimarron single action 45 Colt. It's one of the better of the copies. Peretta's pretty good. There's this one guy who does reviews on them because he does like fast draw stuff. Hey, what's up, Focus? What's up, Evidence87? Welcome. Double tap that screen, folks. Like and subscribe. We're getting our subscriptions up. I appreciate that. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take them from us again. I can't pick up the guns, Josh. Sorry. This is the closest I can get. I can't touch them. So those two there are World War II. The 303 British right there. And the Mosin Nagant right here with the sling. It's a M38, I think. So it's the carbine. It's the more collectible one. I do not have any USSR, I don't believe. Nope, we are not selling any guns. You're jealous. Sorry about that. Thank you for coming by, though. Porch Monkey, like the name. Report this. No, thank you. I do not have a 300 Win Mag. I actually have something bigger. 338 Lapua. It goes farther, too. It goes about 2 miles. Thanks, brother. Vontae, hopefully yours goes well. I appreciate that. Nope, we're not going to report anything, buddy. Drop a like, bro. Thank you. Kentucky here. Welcome, Philip Rushing. I think you were here another time. Thanks for stopping by. Double tap that screen if you like this type of content. In the corner next to the wall. Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a 338 Lapua. Sorry, I'm catching up here. I'm a little behind. This is the most America room I've ever seen. Welcome, George Morales. Oh, yes, we do have a 44 mag right there. This lovely lever action. It's a model 1894. It's made in 70-something, I believe. I need to look up the model number on it. The only boo-boo it has is that scratch there, and the feed, you could tell it has a little bit of wear. Depends on what you hunt. Yeah, again, 308. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, the Savage 308 as well as the American, the Ruger American. William Downey, you live in Phoenix, Arizona? No, I am down south from Phoenix, Arizona. Why, you live in Arizona? Maybe we could do a meetup. I have another buddy we're going to do a meetup. He does YouTube videos. FAL Man. Foul Man, they call him. We're going to meet up sometime. He'll be on usually 7:30, 8 o'clock Arizona time. Got a 79 Trans Am. Nice, buddy. Nice. Steven Zach says, yeah. May I look at the sniper in the corner? Let me go up close for you. Sure. So this has the huge... This is a Generation 1 Ruger Precision 338 Lapua. But it has the newer brake from the Gen 2. Someone changed it out. It's got the precision trigger and all that good stuff. I have a Vortex Viper. It's a 6x... Oh, what is the number on this one? Let me check. Let's see if I can get in there close. A 6x24x50 Vortex Viper. Do you have any beans or switchers? I do not. My dad used 3030 or 270. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use, Michael. I'm going to use that 3030 for my whitetail or my 270. So here's an SKS2. That would be post World War II. I do not have a 4570. No pirate guns, unfortunately. Any AR-10 types? No, I do not have any of that. This would be the closest, but that's an AR-15. Jaden, welcome. A 308. This one's a 308. That is a 308 Axis that I need to get rid of. I need to load off of it somewhere. I don't need it. I've shot it probably 8 times, and I have about 200 rounds for it. So I need to figure out where to load it off to. It's a Savage Axis Mark 1. I do not live in Phoenix. I'm down south from Phoenix. I'm farther south than Tucson. Coda, welcome. You have a 300 Win Mag. Nice. I do not. Yes, that up there is a 25 Stevens, that top one. Rimfire. What's your heaviest hitter? For guns, it would be that, the 338 Lapua. And for shotguns, it would be either this 10 gauge shotgun here, or I have a single shot 10 gauge in there. Then for pistols, I have a 460 Smith & Wesson, and then I have a 500 in here. That's my hardest hitter. I got to go to bed. Good night, Adam. Thank you for showing up. Best affordable glass for long range. I would say Vortex. Vortex Venom. Either that or if you're wanting like a mid to higher end, a Vortex. Normally that would be about a $1,200 scope. I was able to find it for $420 somewhere. What's the difference between an AR-15? So an AR-10 is a 308 cartridge, or 7.62 by 51. Sorry, I got a string here. An AR-15 is 5.56 or 2.23. An M16 is a military version of the AR-15, if I recall. Why do you have a stockpile of 20th century ammunition, and do you have a 30-30? That one right there is a 30-30. And it looks like I have a lot of ammo because I have so many different calibers. I have like 3 boxes of each caliber I have, and I have like maybe 15 different calibers. So it'll collect a lot. Nice collection. Thank you, Anthony Fletcher, for coming by. Double tap the screen and subscribe. If you could, we'd appreciate it. So that is our subscription counter right there. Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. We appreciate it. Vermont, we do not have any of those type. I don't believe so. Look at all those Glockos. I only have one Glock, and it's not out here right now. Springfield Army has some great replicas. Yeah, they have a trapdoor replica. I know that. I feel you're reading something different than us. Maybe. I'm probably behind. They look fake. They're all real, Tony. What the difference? Okay, I already read that one. It shoots 308. Nice. He can't put his fingerprint on the weapons used in crime. Any cannons or Gotlands? I do not. That'd be fun to have one of those. Use that a key 31 by the table. I do not have a K31. You talk about these? We have a Mauser, the tall one, which is from 38, 39. The center gun, that's a little hard to see, is a 303 British. And that one there is an M38 Mosin Nagant. Report video. How'd you get back over here, Tony? I'm pretty sure I blocked you. Bye-bye, Tony Ortez, Mr. Bot. My great-great-grandfather fought in World War II. My great-great did too. Well, sorry, my great-grandfather came home country that didn't treat me equally. Yeah, I know. Mr. M, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm reading off the comments that are being posted. What do you think about Hellcat Pro? They're a very nice gun. Never shot one. I was debating between a Hellcat and a 365. A 365 became available for a good deal, so that's the way we went. Mighty Cucumber, I answered that question already, so we will not ask that. You don't hunt with that gun. Why do you have it? Jaden, it's America. We can do what we'd like here. We hunt with all sorts of guns. Tony Ortez, why does he want to report? Because he's a bot. How do you feel about 300 Blackout? I think they're cool. I have never shot one. I would love to shoot one. Shoot out the Alaska Machine Gun Club. Neat. Welcome. I have a friend who collects World War I machine guns. He's going to help me make some ammo for my 5.77 Schneider. 338 Lapua versus 300 PCR. 338 Lapua is a farther shooter. A 300 Weatherby mag is about the same as the 300 PRC, I believe. What can't we touch the guns? I can't on a live, unfortunately. What's your opinion on a Hellcat Pro for self-defense? Good gun. Come to Kansas, brother. We'll see. Boattail Riveras. Don't know what that is. Mighty Cucumber. I already answered that question. Why do you have stockpile? Guys, am I just that far behind? You guys keep... you keep asking the same questions. Got banned by touching a BB gun. Correct. They don't know the difference. Unless it's a fake gun with an orange tip. Then they know the difference. What's an FN or a PSA? An FN is a brand of gun. PSA is a brand of gun. Thanks for coming by, Investors United. I have a PSA 5.7 Rock, and then I also have this FN that shoots the 5.7. Thank you guys for the subs, by the way. Got banned. Yeah, yep. I do not have a C5G shotgun, whatever that is. You have a 365 as well. Thank you. AWM, have no idea what that is. I believe you are going to go bye-bye. Bye-bye. What that little handgun? The littlest one is a 22. A company sold it to me under false pretense. They told me it was non-functional. They never mentioned about missing parts. I get it. It's actually broken. The hammer wasn't put in together properly, and it's missing parts for it to actually even work. They should have stated that it was missing parts as well. They didn't. They just stated it was non-functional. So it's a wall hanger unless I decide to fix it. You like the double barrel. Thank you, Caleb Trope, for showing up. Mini fix by Q. Don't know what that is, brother. That one's a 10 gauge, by the way. Thanks for showing up, Andrew. And hello, Caleb. Touch the guns with Hulk hands. Nah, mine aren't green. Dante, welcome. John Somany. Deer. Yep, that's what we shoot. What's the little cowboy still gun? Yes, that one is. It's a that is a 22 Magnum by Heritage Firearms. It's a Rough Rider in 22 Mag. What is your favorite gun? That's a good question to ask. Of my shotguns, it would be this 10 gauge here. Of my lever actions, it's this one right here with a hex barrel. It's a 3220 made in 1895. Of my pistols, my semi-automatics would be my Canon TTI. Of my revolvers, I would say it's my 460 Smith & Wesson in there. Semi-automatics, I don't have that many. So I'd say it's either my AK or my AR. Maybe the SKS. I don't know. We'll see. Bolt actions might be this 303 British here. If not, it's probably that 338 Lapua. Yes, I do have a 94. This one right here is a 94. That's a 92 model. That's a 92. The one on the bottom's a Rossi 94 as well. Thank you. You got the double lamp gang. Yeah, I got a whole bunch over here. There's a whole bunch of double barrels. What's the CZ Scorpion opinion on CZ? That's what that one is there. That's a CZ 17 HMR. I like them. They're kind of pricey, some of them. But they're good quality. Excuse me. Hey, Micah, welcome, brother. Which one? I don't have one. I think that's one of those little Derringer guns. I don't have any one of those. But good guess, right? What is Guns Friend? Praise Allah. Don't know what you're talking about, brother. Micah, I need you as a what you call right now. Anthony. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wish Australia would have gun laws like America. I wish so too, brother. Beautiful collection. Thank you, Elgrun RG. Thank you so much. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. How's your old night doing, by the way? Nice HK. That is an HK clone. It would be like an MP5 clone with HK parts. Thank you. I need to get a collapsible stock yet. Is Mango here? He has not come yet. Rapidly. I'm sorry, Anthony. Unfortunately, you're going. Think about the new Sig Sauer Cross hunting rifle for a first-time hunter. I hear the Sig Crossed is really good. If you look up Backfire, it's a channel on YouTube. They do a lot of shorts and reviews of the Crossfire. It's one of their favorite guns. So look them up. It is a little pricier gun, but I hear they're really good. So that's called Backfire Country or Backfire. It shows like a revolver with a bullet backwards shooting towards the revolver. What would you price a Winchester 33 Model 94 with an octagonal barrel? Just curious. What brand? It is a Winchester. What year is it? That depends. Thanks for the subscriptions, guys. Someone just took one away. What year is it? That would definitely, in America, can you just have as many guns as you want? Pretty much. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. DeCorky Family or something like that. YouTube hasn't been sending me notifications. A lot of people, brother. When are we going to hunt Bigfoot? Well, we could do it with that 10 gauge, put some heavy triple-aught buck in there. Or we could use, I have a 500 or I have a 460 in that box. We could use one of those. Yeah, I hope those stay. We'll see. Well, the chat has been getting kind of crazy tonight. Yep, and it's slowly dwindling down the numbers. I had 100-something in here for a long time. It's been a great chat. Thank you guys for making it such an awesome. I've had the best thumbs up. 111 thumbs up. Like that, guys. So, if you're new to the chat, this is Desert Armory and More. Thank you so much for coming by. We do gun shorts of shooting. We do shorts of hiking. We do long formats a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, that's a 10-gauge Beretta Silverhawk. Kicks like a mule. It hurts. Last time I didn't put it against my shoulder hard enough, and it hurt. If there's a gun you would like to see up front, you can request for it in the notes, and if I have it, I'll put it on the stream tomorrow. So definitely subscribe, turn on your notifications. We usually start at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So say if you wanted to see a 45 Colt, I have one. It's not Colt brand, but it's a Cimarron. I'll put it on a paper that you want to see it. Next live, I'll try to put it here for you so you can see that. I try to follow those requests. If I have the gun, I like putting it. I think the Winchester is roughly around the mid-70s. That's what that one is right there, that 44 mag. So this 44 mag, it's a round barrel though. It fits, I think 11 or 13 in it, because it's really long. That was like 850 cheeseburgers used. So there's a suggestion. Yours is octagon barrel, might be worth more. I did that on purpose, brother. Sorry, guys, I had to refresh you there. Correct. Yours is not sane, Micah. I did that on purpose. I'm running a test. Thank you all for showing up. We really appreciate that. Pistol Pete just showed up. Ever thought about getting a staccato? I have. That might be one of the ones I'd like to save up for. That's a very good gun. I'll give you that. Can you hear me okay? Some reason I got a weird thing floating on my screen here. Okay, yeah. I see the 5.7. Yes, that is a 5.7 FN. I also have a 5.7 Rock by PSA. Beautiful with your collection. Yes, it would. I'm sure it would. Let's welcome Lowboy in the chat. Thank you for coming by. What's your favorite hunting rifle that isn't modern? One of my lever actions. Just picked the MP57. I would have loved to get the MP. So when I lived in Cali, there was only one 5.7 available other than the PS90, and that was the FN. So I had to pay the 1,200 cheeseburgers to get it. M&P and Ruger weren't allowed in the state, and I don't think they still are because they're not on the roster. But yeah, I would say some type of lever action. Either that 44 mag, that's from the 70s, or this one's a little more modern. It's a Rossi from, I think I bought that in 2012, brand new. And then the one up above it is a 3220, this one here. Sorry, a 2535. Winchester Model 94 made in like early 1900s. This is a 3220 made in 1895 hex barrel. This is a 2520 made in early 1900s. I hunt with a Swiss. Nice. Yeah. Hey, I've got some mil surplus here, and I would trust those, especially that 303 has a scope on it, and it's a tack driver. I see you're a lever gun guy, but do you have any old SKS? I have one right over here. I don't know how old it is. I haven't looked up the numbers and figured out how to do that. I think it's from the 50s. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so here's an M38 right here. That one. It's a carbine. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I figured, but it's like they were asking if I had any. I'm like, well, I don't think it has any markings. Thanks for the clarification, brother. Appreciate that. Here we go, helping each other out. What's the biggest caliber you own? So that actually works still is a 338 Lapua right there in the corner. Now, this old gun here technically is a bigger caliber. It's actually bigger than a 50 BMG, the caliber. It's a 5.77 Schneider. We're in the process of making ammo for it. You can't really buy it anymore. You use one of these 24 gauge shotgun shell, shorten it, heat it up, put it in a press to size it down just a teeny, and then you do your own bullets with a mold. Where's the Garand? Cody, I think it's still at the antique store. I don't have one yet. I also collect Milsurp, and my favorite collection is my FN49. Nice. Nice, brother. Welcome, Critical. One shot. I like that. The only firearm I've held and fired was a Browning Synergy Composite. One of my favorite over-under shotguns. Nice. I don't have any over-unders. That's a side-by-side 10-gauge Silverhawk Beretta. And we have a whole bunch right here. This one's a 10-gauge. We're still working on that. These three are 12s. That one's a 16. Have I ever seen a Winchester 95? I have not, I don't think. Excuse me, I need to get a drink here. My throat is getting kind of sore from talking so much. Yeah, sorry I don't have a Garand. Yeah, it's kind of funny, huh? It's still stuck at the, like I said, it's still stuck at the antique store or whatever. Thanks, guys, for the subscriptions. And, yeah, if you're new to the channel right now, thank you for coming by. Desert Army and more. We do shorts of gun talk, shorts of shooting, disassembling, shorts of hikes, hopefully some shorts of hunting for dove here shortly, and a whitetail mid-November. We make requests. If I have the gun, ask me if I have a certain gun, and if you want to see it, I'll put it on the table for next live. Do I have a BAR? I do not, unfortunately. What about a Japanese Type 99? I do not. I do have a Model 99 Savage in 300 Savage. It's in my van, though. It's a lever action. Got any Lamats? No, I do not. Do you have a Winchester 1895 lever? No. I have 1892s, two of them, and one 1894 over there. I do not have a lever action 1895. You can see okay still, because my thing's saying something about a camera. Nobody will dare to break into your home, buddy, knowing your arms from head to toe. If they know that, right? The idea is they don't, hopefully. Can you see everything okay? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can see stuff? Because my thing says the camera is disabled. I have no idea why it's saying that. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see the table. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. Hey, the live locked up and I had to reset it. Mine does the same. I have to go to home screen and then go back again. Because otherwise, yeah, I can't see the contacts or the conversation. I had to do that twice already. That's probably why this floater's in my way here. But guys, thank you for the subscriptions. Really appreciate it. Yeah, if there's something you want to see and I have it, I'll put it on the table next time. Just you have to let me know. Have a good night, brother. Looking forward to seeing more strange FIFA collection at once. Thank you. El Gran RG, thank you so much for coming. So we have started lives every day, usually, except yesterday was way later because YouTube was giving me grief. At 6 o'clock p.m. Arizona time. By Granddaddy does an old AYA side-by-side. Nice. And a Benelli side-by-side? Now I secondly live in my country, but it was bought before the law. Okay, so it's grandfathered in. Fortunately, I live in... Yes, I know all about that decor. I used to live in Cali for 12 years. Born and raised in Arizona, went to Cali in 2012, came back last December. I know all about that rigmarole. Anything else formed from World War II? Unfortunately, no, just those two, really. What's your favorite gun in your collection? That's a hard question to ask. So for my shotguns, it would be this 10 gauge. For my bolt actions, it would be my 338 Lapua. For my lever actions, it would be this Model 92 in 3220. For my revolvers, it'd probably be what's in here, either my 460 or my Colt. It's not Colt brand, but it's a 45 Colt Cimarron in here. And for my semi-automatics, I only have 3 actually. My AK, my AR, and my SKS over there. I don't have that many semi-automatic. And yeah, I don't know why. Do I have a car 98? No, I do not. M2 with a pistol grip. He lets the thing rip every... That'd be nice. But yeah, thank you for asking. I like how you're asking if I have it. That way I can know if I have it. I can stick it on the table next live feed. There, it glitched a little bit on me. Is that SKS Norinco, Yugo, or Russian? It's a Norinco. I bought it with Cosmoline all on it. Which you would think that means it would be numbers matching. The stock does not match, but all the parts do. And then the bayonet, I got elsewhere. But all the parts actually have all the same serial number. Do I have an FAL? I do not. There is a channel who does here, Nico. FAL Man, he has one. So if you want to look at his, he normally starts at 7:30 to 8 o'clock Arizona time. FAL Man. He's a fellow Arizonan too. He's from up north from me. The oldest gun in my collection is an 1874 French. Nice. What is your oldest firearm you have? Over here in the corner. One day I need to get that going. It's a Kentucky rifle with percussion caps. It's from late 1700s, early 1800s. I don't see any markings on it, and I don't know if I want to scrape the metal to see. I just want to get the thing functional sometime. I think it's like a 40-something caliber. FAL Man, thank you for posting that. Yes, that's his handle, by the way. If you want to see, he has a tan one. Do you have any old 22 mag? Not old. I only have one 22 mag, and it's that pistol right there, which is just a Rough Rider. Good plinker for the nephews and children. I do. That's the only 22 mag I have. That other is a 17 HMR CZ. Okay, I wish I still had my Norinco. I sold at the pawn shop before the price hiked. And if I had known SKSs were turning to gold, kept mine. Yeah, I got mine for a pretty good price. Oh, you still have that band yet? Mine was one that fell through the cracks on one of the internet sites that you bid on. I was the only bidder, so I got it for like barely over 400 buckaroos. It was like 420 buckaroos. Yeah, pretty cheap. And it was all Cosmoline on it, so it wasn't rusty or nothing. It was just missing the bayonet. And I got that from a gun show for $45, $50, I forget. They're kind of pricey. But yeah. Guys, if you're new to the chat here, appreciate you coming by. I see there's a lot of you in here. If you like this stuff, could you double tap the screen? We'd really appreciate that. If you like the stuff even more, look at my shorts of shooting, of hiking, of working on different guns. We're rebuilding an old shotgun right now. Yeah, if you like this stuff, double tap the screen, subscribe. We got $3.90 now. Thank you, whoever just subscribed. Thank you, thank you. How long have you been collecting? So, Mr. Unknown, I started my first gun when I was 18 and I'm 35 right now. That's the first gun I ever bought that I registered to me. It's a tack driver. I just did a short of it on Saturday. I have aggressively, or more aggressively, been collecting since 4 or 5 years ago. I have a cap and ball Pieta. Neat! 1860 Army in a repro, but loyal to the original design as a skeleton frame. Carbon stock attachment from Cimarron. Okay, my 45 Colt is a Cimarron with case hardening. It has a 3-pound trigger on it, probably from factory. It is so nice. That's one of my favorite revolvers. Sure, it's not an actual Colt. I would say that would be one of my dream guns. Original Colt in pristine condition. I have, okay, that one was already mentioned. Dang, believe it or not, I actually traded a High Point straight up for mine. For your SKS or for what? Or 22 mag? I mean, honestly, High Point 9mm aren't that bad. They're pretty good, actually. Same with the 45. They just look ugly. The triggers aren't that great. When I turned 18, my first rifle was my M1 Garand, and I'm 21. Nice! Do I have a 38? As in a 38 Super or 38 Special? So I have a 357 Magnum Ruger. It's a Ruger Blackhawk single action, and it shoots 38 specials because it's a 357. So yeah, I can shoot both. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. I don't know who just did those. Appreciate it. Joe Mom 28, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? It's a nice gun. I just saw a short of it on Saturday, so if you want to see me shoot it, I think it was the first gun I shot that day. Ugh, the cost of original. I know, right? I badly want an 1863 or 68 new model Army cap and ball by Ruger. So sweet. Oh, remake? Excuse me, yeah, because Ruger wasn't around at that time. 84 people in the chat. Thank you for showing up, guys. Appreciate it. Maybe you want another tour around again. Just start somewhere. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Like and subscribe. Thank you for coming. Were you carrying today? What were you carrying in your pocket? This is one of the ones that I EDC. It's not the one I did today, though. I went on a 12.5-mile hike, did some shorts of it, and that was on my side right there the whole way. Good old trooper. Got ourselves a 10 gauge in the back here. That thing kicks. It's a Beretta Silverhawk. Model 94 right here, 44 mag. Well, this SIG's good. This is a 365. It's not the 320, which I have in the cabinet in there. Which mine seems to be fine. I've done some of those tests, but mine passed the quality control and actually did. You should get yourself a 416 Rigby. I got one. It's a great gun. I was actually looking at them the other day between the 416 Rigby, the 378, or is it called 375 H&R, and then there was another one, the 458 Lot that also can shoot the 458 Remington mags or something like that. No, I'm kidding, Glock man here. There's a Glock in here. It's a 10 mil. What is the semi-pistol with wood grips? Okay, this one right here, that little guy, that's a 22. Taurus PT22. Some people have problems with them. Mine's never had any problems. Now, sure, I only have maybe 80 rounds through it. I got it used at a local little mom and pop gun shop here. I've never shot a Ken gauge. What's the record? Look at the short. I did a short of it about 2 weeks ago. I'm like, ugh, after the first hit. And the second one, I might grunt too. And then I have a 10 gauge single shot that kicks more than that because it's just a single barrel and it's shorter. That one, I'm like, my shoulder went, ow. So, yeah, if you want to see those videos, go ahead and check out my shorts. If you like Glock, you should look up Bull Armory. I have seen those. Bull Armory, they make a nice 2011. They're kind of pricey, though. Hey, welcome back. Iloho. But not for long. Okay, that's fine. An axe cleaver FS9. Sounds kind of cool. If your Kentucky rifle has a rust problem, get a cordon. Sorry, it went away. Not a wire. Let me screenshot that. It's like old patina with a little rust on it. It's not like fresh. It's just like old looking, if that makes sense. Okay, I screenshot what we were talking about. Thank you for that. I know you said you were like a gunsmith, I thought, so I appreciate the help. I was 10 years old when I was given my first shotgun, a 20 gauge. Nice. I have a 20 gauge I'm going to use for dove because dove season started yesterday here in Arizona. It's a Weatherby. I'm 65 now, still on it. Good for you. Keep that thing. Have you ever hunted before? Coyotes and wild piggies in Arizona. What do you think about shadow systems? Love them. I think they're pretty nice. They're a redesigned Glock, obviously. They're a nice gun, I hear. The triggers still aren't quite as good as a Canik TTI, but they're right there. Got a 300 Win Mag at 10 years old. For real? Who gave you that? Your grandpa when he died? Excuse me, guys. That's like crazy. Back to 5.7 for a second. So I got a hold of a Ruger 5.7 Academy. Nice. Liked it, but when ultimately looked at the M&P, how do you like the PSA? So my PSA Rock, I just shot it for the first time like 3 weeks ago. I put up a short of it. It seems to be fine, but I only have one mag full, if that, shot through it. So far for me, it's been great. I hear good things about it too. I got it for a stinking good deal. Original zipper box with 3 mags. Used to have a bolt action 12 gauge from Sears from my grandpa. I have a Sears and Roebuck pump shotgun for 50 buckaroos from a yard sale years ago. It's a model 1200 made by Remington model 1200. Used to have, I have a bolt action in there. That's a 36-inch barrel. It's a Marlin. It fits 2 in the removable metal mag and 1 in the chamber. It fits the 3-inch magnums. Mag capacity on those 5.7s will eat your wall. No joke. But, Cody, I have a place to get 5.7s for under 50 cents a round. My local gun and pawn, I can get... Here, I'll show you. So my local gun and pawn, I can get these for $24.99 a box. Yes, it's a Goose gun. Yes, John, it is. It's called the Original Goose. They also made one called Super Goose. Hey, hello, Lisa Lopez. Are you the one that I'm thinking you are from California? You could be. What's up, Cool Edits? How's it going? Man, I had a bad batch of those American Eagles. Really? I've never had a problem with these, ever. And I get them for $24.99 a box of 50, so under 50 cents a round. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, Tactical Llama's live right now. Cool. What's good? God's always good. Cool Edits. Thank you for coming by. How are you doing? What's your day looking like or night, wherever you are? Hey, so you found me. Uh-oh. Don't tell anybody. How's it going? That's interesting you found me. It came across the live feed, huh? Yeah, this is me. What's your EDC? Sometimes I'll have that one in my van, the 365, or my Bodyguard 2.0. I don't know. Was QC that day at the factory because I pulled a couple out of the box and the projectiles were falling out of the... Oh my, yeah, that sounds like a problem. Thanks for coming by, Lisa. It's been a while. Last time I saw you, we had pizza there at the pizza shop there in Albury. I do not have a high power. I do have a 1911 in there. It's a 1911 A1 made by Springfield. I had it out earlier because that was last night's live. I don't have a Uzi. I have a Glock 20. It's a 10 mil. What's the hammer action shotguns? Oh, over here. So we have. Sorry, my stand's hitting the bag. We have a 10 gauge here that we're still working on. Hey, what's up, FAL man? I was just talking about you because someone asked if I had a FAL, and I said no. This guy does. 10 gauge. Oh yeah, see ya. Yeah, hopefully we can see you soon, Lisa. Thanks for coming by. This is a 12 gauge. That's a 12. That's a 12. This is a 16 made in Yugoslavia. It's a Zastava. That's a 16 gauge. These are 12s. That's a 10. From here to here is pre-1899, so they're antiques. Just dabbed in it, but I've been at it for a long time, and the older the Tina, the more beautiful the rust blue will be. Okay, nice. Thanks for the subscription, guys. We're almost at 400. Let's make that the 400, folks. If we could, we'd appreciate it. Can you see my chat? I can see it right now. That's the one I can see. Hi. Yep, I see that one. You also asked, can any of you guys can see me? Yep, we can see you. I can see you, buddy. Got any old school 410s? I do. So right here, it's the only 410 I have. It's an Ivor Johnson. So like early 1800s Ivor Johnson right there. It's a 410. It's missing the little bead on the end. Other than that, it's a solid shooter. Do I have any Berettas? That one, that shotgun, that double barrel right there is? It's a 10 gauge. Good stuff. It's a beautiful and rich in history. Yes, it is. Yeah, brother, we need to connect. Let's talk on what you call it, the interwebs. What's that app? I don't use that one ever hardly. We need to connect. We need to meet up, do a little shootout, or even just chatting and having lunch or something. Get some pina coladas at EG's. You said something about you didn't know about it. 400 guys! Yay! Guys, thank you so much. Round of applause. I've never hit 400. Thank you guys. Yeah, my 410 is a Stevens single shot, but it's not a bolt action. Yep, 400. We started at 292, or 286. Woohoo! Yeah. Let's see how many of those YouTube takes away. Last time I made it to 311, less than 20 minutes later, they took 42 away. Just boop, gone. I reported it, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry for the problems you're having. Tell us how this happened, how this, that, and the other." You have a bolt action for them. That's sweet. That'd be neat. I only have one bolt action shotgun. It's kind of a gimmick in my opinion. It's kind of like, to me, it's like, it's slow. So it's perfect for like a goose gun, because goose don't fly around a whole bunch as fast, in my opinion. Because like my 12 gauge original Goose Marlin is bolt action. It doesn't kick that much because like my 20 gauge kicks about the same. I also have a 12 gauge bolt action. Cool. Is it a Marlin, or is it a Higgins or a Stevens or a Sears? See, Sears and Roebuck actually was made by reputable companies. Sears and Roebuck 1200 that I have, it's a 12 gauge, is actually made by Remington 1200. A lot of theirs were made by J.C. Higgins or something like that, or Remington. So they were reputable companies. Maybe even Marlin too on some of them. I think it'd be neat to get a lever action shotgun. That would be cool. I don't know if they make them. Maybe G3, G-Force might. And then maybe Rossi might. Is that a small revolver on the table? A Smith & Wesson? No, it is not. Are you talking about that one right there? There are 410s. Okay, Black Aces Tacticals makes them. Oh, a 410? That's cool. That is not, I forget who makes this one right here. Something Arms, I forget exactly. There's a patent on it. It says it on the front, I think, or on the back. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, lever 12 gauge. Yeah, a lever 12 gauge would be fun. Guys. Thank you for that subscription. We've got 401 now. Appreciate it. But yeah, if you're new in the chat, if there's a gun you would like to see, ask for it on the comments. And if I have it, I will bring it to the table for tomorrow's live, 6 p.m. Arizona time. A guy I worked with bought one used for like $250 in there, $450. Which? The 12 gauge bolt action or a 410 lever? Which exactly? And I also see there's 101 of you in the chat. Could you please double tap the screen if you like this type of stuff and subscribe? YouTube's been really messing with the 2A algorithm content, and it's really hurting us, guys, especially the small content people like us. It just is not nice. Oh, cool. They did have a 12 leather. Nice. Yeah, but if you like this type of stuff, we do really appreciate that. If you would like and subscribe. If you like shorts of hiking, I just posted some. Well, hey, welcome, Mike. What's up? I went on a 12.5-mile hike yesterday. Still a little sore from that. And I got some beautiful videos of that. I want to do a photo roll, but I'm not 100% sure how to put them all into like a short. So I got to edit that yet. Me and my dog, and later on I met up with some of my friends that were 2 hours ahead of me. I caught up to them. But yeah, it was so pretty up there. It was great. Thank you guys for the hearts and the double tapping. I like that. So what's your view on Taurus? Taurus, I do like Taurus. Believe it or not, that lever action there is made by Taurus. It's a Rossi. So that would be Brazil. That one's made in Brazil. I like Taurus. It's a decent all-around, at least for the revolvers. Don't know about their semi-autos, like their G series, G2s, G3s. I think they just came out with a G4 too. I think they're a nice all-around starter pistol if you don't want to pay a lot. The only other Taurus I have is that one there, the 22. Welcome, Edgar Gonzalez. Whoa, nice revolvers. What are they? These actually are nothing much to look at, honestly. That's just a Heritage Rough Rider 22 mag. That's an old 22 that's non-functional. This is a 32 rimfire. I have a 460 revolver. I have a 45 Colt revolver. I've got, which is Cimarron though, and I have two actual Colts that are oddball rounds. I got a 357 Magnum revolver. Hunted Goose a lot of the time. It's really fun, and it's like war when you don't have yet. I have a 12 gauge Haddlefield STL, very robust shotgun. It shoots good. Single shot, double barrel, or is it like a pump? So tempted to go buy another Rough Rider. I know, right? I would like to get one of those in, I believe they made a 45, and they also made a, what's it called? The Rancher, that is a long barrel with a butt on it. That would be cool. Much like the Terminator 1 would like to face plasma. Yeah, I know, right? So I do have a Terminator 2 gun, or at least it looks like it. I have a 10 gauge lever action. Instead of being the model 1887, though, it's a model 1901, made in 1901. Unfortunately, when I went to shoot it last Saturday and I did a short on it, the firing pins broke, so it doesn't work. How do you feel about the 686? Josh, thanks for coming by. Good question. One of the best revolvers there are. If you want a very good revolver 357 and you have the money to pay for it, but you don't want to pay the prices of an Anaconda a Colt, get a 686. And if you can find the higher capacity one, the 7-shot. What's your opinion on Remington Rands? Don't know what that is, unfortunately. Any 30 caliber carbines? I do not. I do not have any, like you're talking about an M1, M1A1 or whatever. I do not. Single shot, the trigger guard in the barrel broke. Uh-oh. Trigger guard broke. Okay, not good. So, let me see here if we can get a better view. So, is Eastern Washington, you still in here? Here you go. What about double barrels do you have on the table? That one right there is a Silverhawk Model 409 10 gauge Beretta, made in 1960. Then I have some over here. We got an M75 Zastava, and then we have American Arms 12 gauge there, non-exposed hammers. That's that one all the way to the bottom is pre-1899, so they're antiques. That's a 10 gauge. That's a 12. That's a 12. That's a 12. That's a 16 gauge. Hey, welcome back, Ultra Fire, a big boy. Yeah, the 10 gauge we're working on, as well as this 12 gauge on the floor here, and that bag has parts in it for it. You can see shorts of that. And then we have two 12 gauges here. I just got a butt for this one. It's coming in. And then this one needs a forearm, and I need to do a little work on the locking up action. I did some already. And then this one, I need some triggers yet for it, right there. This one here, this real long one, is a 577 Schneider Enfield. A big boy. Yep. So what's the best way to keep air out, moisture of your safe? So right now it has those little baggies with the beads in it in the corners that came with it. You're still here. Okay, look. Here's what you're wanting to know a little bit. So it's not like majorly rusted. It still has the original pole, by the way. It's just fairly heavy surface, whatever you want to call it. That's like a dog or something running there. And then it's a little gooed up on the back here. It's got the double trigger setup, so you can, one sets and the other one fires, and it's all trimmed out in brass. It's got the pocket for your patches. Then on this side, it has this little kick out with like a wolf on it or something. And then it's got the little locking thing there. If you go up here, it's like a duck flying through the air. Anyways, I thought maybe you would want to see that up close. 36 was door handle. Okay, nice AK. Yeah, that one, thanks, Edgar. That's a Kalashnikov. Unfortunately, my short of that only has like 70 views. It makes no sense. What you know about a Ward's Western Field single shot 12? It was my grandfather's. Ward's. There's actually another guy, FAL man, that was just in here. Welcome, by the way, Vernon. He has a Ward's double barrel that someone sawed off to 18. I think it's sawed off. Thanks for the subs, by the way, guys. We got 408 now. Firing pin was broken, so he inserted a furniture tack, and it worked for him. I don't know much about him. That's what I do for mine. Got a big bag of silicon. Yeah. What's that? Which one, brother? What state are you out of? Arizona. Hey, Dusty, welcome. How you feeling, by the way, brother? I've actually been live for almost 2 hours. And we've had, the lowest count we had of people in here was the lowest we had, I think it went down to 80 something, and it's been past 100 for quite a while, and back to 80 something and back to 100 something. But yeah, did you see the rifle, Eastern Washington, the old Kentucky rifle there? Howdy, feeling like bleep, but hanging. Okay, most break barrel shotguns have the break on the top of the barrel, but mine is on the bottom. Yes. That's called a foregrip release. You're talking about like back in here, there's a lever that you slide sideways and then it breaks. Correct. Most of them are here, but that one's a forward grip brake. Yes, those are neat. Is that the which one is that? It appears to be a 40 or 45 caliber. Small game rifle. The stuff on the stock looks like it might have to be steam cleaned. Yeah, it's kind of like, not sticky, but it's like, the shellac finish is all cracky like. I did get my 243 Sig Elite today though. Ooh, brother. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. I wish I was there to shoot it with you. Woohoo. Me, I'm from Arizona. But no, this is a Kentucky rifle here, yeah. I think it's late 1700s, early 1800s would be my guess. Because it's not flint, so it's percussion, and it's got the dual trigger set where you set it and then it releases. Welcome, La Colt 45. Those rimfire revolvers are neat. Oh, thank you. Yes, those are both rimfires. This one is a 32, and that one's a 22. This one's totally functional. This one here, unfortunately, they misinformed me, and it actually was broken. They told me it was non-functional, and that's all they said. I get it in the mail, and it's missing parts, and it's like, well, where do I find parts? I mean, that thing's late 1800s. Well, we said on there was non-functional, and you're complaining you gave us a B+ rating. They gave me a D back because they were mad. And I look at their reviews, and yeah, if someone's just says a little bit that slat's bad about them, they get all mad and give them a D and give them a bad review. So I talked to the company, the auction yard, and said, hey, what's going on with this? They did this, that, and the other. They were dishonest in advertising. They said, okay, we'll remove that. So they were nice about that. It's good ammo, 80 grains. Copper solids, wow. Very nice. I've got for 25 ECP yellow dog. I've been meaning to fix. Okay, I have two, let's see. I have a 25 rimfire in this rifle here. It's a Stevens. It shoots what's in those two boxes there, longs or shorts. I actually make my own, though, because those boxes are worth a lot of money. They're over $100 a box. So I make my own out of 17 WSM. I have a short about it. So if you have a 25 rimfire pistol or gun, I have a long format and a short of me making them. Hey, welcome Sammy Rooney. Thank you for coming by. Hey, my favorite gun cougar. I appreciate that, brother. There's a lot of the guys I like. What brand is the broken one? I can't remember, unfortunately. Let me... yeah, I don't remember what brand it is. It's Rosewood. I don't know if it actually had a brand. I think it was called just Patton. Yeah, it's got Patton, April 1878. It's called a Beauty. Doesn't really... I don't think it really had a brand on it. I got a lot of different revolvers. That's fully functional. This would be 2, but I don't have any ammo for it. It's a 32 rimfire. So I need to get the adapters where it shoots 22 rimfire blanks as the primer, and then you put your normal 32s in it. Yes, they are rosewood. Good eye. Yes, those are rosewood. Any top break in your collection? Yes, they are in my safe. I have 2, or is it 3? I have 2 or 3 Ivor Johnson CycleWorks top break, and then I have some other brand. It's Allen and Hopkins at the top break. The broken revolver. I don't know that brand. It doesn't have a brand on it. It just says it on the very top. Sorry, on the very top it says Beast. I think up on top. I'm not touching it, YouTube. And on the other side it has a patent number. I don't really see a brand on it, so I don't know. Can you get closer look at the Kentucky barrel? Sure. So that's the front. It's got really heavy rifling. I don't see any brand on it anywhere. I looked and looked, no markings, nothing. Excuse me. Brazilian rosewood is worth a small fortune these days. That probably is. Excuse me. Sorry, something jumped in there. I could find it with the patent. I don't know if you can read that. Patent, April 23rd, 1878, I think it says. Something like that. I need the parts that are the paw that turns the cylinder. I'm not touching it, YouTube. See how close my finger is? It's not even focusing. Very nice. I've got an Orbia Hermanos top break and 38 Smith & Wesson short. Okay, so I have minor 38 Smith & Wesson long. 2 of them. I mean, you could shoot shorts through too. And then I have a 32 Smith & Wesson long. Looks like it may have been browned when it was new. Possibly, because it could be a Browning. You're right. It might be a Browning, not actually rust. I mean, it's got real light rust, but yes, it's octagon barrel of that thingy. These 2 are as well, yes. And so is this. That's octagon barrel. It's a model 94, made in 1895. That's a 3220 lever action. That one's an antique. And then I have a little, I think it's an H&R is in here. That is a hex barrel. 32 Smith & Wesson short. Hard to find that ammo. 32 Smith & Wesson short. I found it, I believe. Really? I haven't done much research on those things. Is there a way you can send it to me? I have Discord. Hey guys, thanks for the subscriptions. I just got a couple more. Thank you so much, guys. So the question for the chat today, which I haven't talked about much, is have you gone dove hunting yet? Arizona started yesterday. Some other states did too. Brazilian used to be the gold standard for guitars, but they deforested it, bleeped, so it's city's #1. Can't even own seeds. Oh boy, you can't even own the seeds for rosewood? Yeah, these are rosewood right there. I have another little revolver in that case, I believe is rosewood. Do you have Discord server, Jerome? On here I do, on my phone, not on my tablet. I have Discord. Remember? Well, you should know. You've been messaging me on Discord, remember? That's the only thing I have. I don't know. I think the name, I forget what the name is. A 30 cal. No, that's a 22. That one's a 22. I believe so, yeah. And then this one is a 32 rimfire. I have Instagram and Facebook, yeah. Facebook is just my name. Instagram, I think it's my name too, my full name, Jerome Grunwald. No, Brazilian rosewood is the only legal. Yeah, that one's a 22. Let's see here, guys. Let me put you on the stand for a little bit. I'm gonna look for something. Sorry, guys, a little jerky. Let's see here. Put you back on the stand. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to us two-way content people, you know. All right, let's swing that over there for a little bit. Oh, my stand feels like it almost broke. Excuse me. All right, we're back at it. Hey, thanks for that subscription, whoever did that. Alrighty, guys, we'll take you back off. Well, I have to be up a little after midnight, so I'm going to head to bed. Thank you for coming by, brother. God bless you, too, Eastern Washington. I have a Ruin R1020 short revolver and original Saturday Night Special. Okay, I have two Saturday Night Specials in that case. One's a Lorson, one's a Jennings. They're both 25 ACPs. The Jennings isn't too bad. But Liz, here's two others maybe you wanted to see. I've got two shorts of me firing that one. This one currently I'm working on. It's worth a lot of money, this one. Because it's so rare and it still has the extractor. Currently that barrel's just sitting in there. See ya, Willoho. Welcome. Thank you for coming by. So that barrel's just sitting there. I am missing the spring for that. That's the only thing that thing lacks. Then it'll be a little 22 short, just like this one is. Well, that might shoot longs too, I'm not sure, but I would not shoot longs. I put CBs in that thing, in this. CBs and shorts. Welcome, Wesley Martins Rodriguez. How are you doing? Welcome for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you like this type of stuff, could you double tap that screen? Maybe you like it a lot and would like to subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. If there's something you would like to see on the table, make a mention of it. Ask if I have it. If I have it, it'll be on the next live on the table. If it's not too many requests, because the table's kind of small. So, yeah, if there's something you all want to see, say something about in the chat. If I have it, I'll plop it down. Next live, 6 p.m. Arizona time, will start tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be there for you tomorrow. And yeah, you can subscribe and turn on the notifications. That way you'll know when I go live and you'll be able to see those guns requested. I do not have an FAL. The fellow who has one just went on live about 20 minutes ago. His stream is called @FALman. If you want to look him up, he's on YouTube, @FALman. He's from Arizona as well. He's north of me. He has an FAL. It's a really neat one. It's got like a worn look to it. It's like this gray tan color. Do you have a Smith & Wesson triple lock? No, I have a Allens & Hopkins triple lock, or triple trigger, something of the sort. It's in there. It's called a police special or something. Yes, it's right there. Right there, brother. It's a Rossi 3030 Rio Grande, made by Taurus. Oh, okay, perfect. Is there a way you can send it to me? Like, I have Facebook and Instagram. I only have one, brother. There's the only muzzleloader I have. By the way, welcome Don Caswell.
Sorry if I'm butchering your name. This is the only muzzleloader I have. Currently, it's not functioning. I want to get it running sometime. The FAL is my country's army rifle. Nice. And the Holy Grail. Why are the lever guns upside down? They fit better on that rack upside down. If I put them right side up, they naturally want to spin. So if I put them upside down, they stay up better. Noise. Yes, it's in here. You want to see that one tomorrow, Dusty? Where is it? Right here. Right here's the 3030. Rio Grande Rossi. Mango? He hasn't been around. He must have something to do. Hey, Dusty, I'll put your name down for that triple safety, sorry, that triple trigger thing or whatever you're talking about. Let's see, I'll put Dusty. See, guys, I write down here requests. Someone requested my Colts to be on the table tomorrow. So we're going to put those on the table tomorrow. So if there's something, yeah, I have Instagram. Yeah, we needed them on. Hey, welcome. I had to delete it myself when you had a lot of people in here, which we still have a lot. So if someone makes a request and they want to see something that I have, I'll write it on my paper. Like someone requested for my 2 Colts. We're going to put those. Dusty was like, hey, do you mind putting something there? So I have a 38 Allens and Hopkins. That one's called a triple safety. Sorry, my writing's messed up. It's kind of chunky. Triple safety police. I'll put that one up here tomorrow. All right. Don Dusty, I hope it's okay. Hey, Mr. 32 Guns. I do not have a Colt Python. If I had one, I'd put it up there for you, brother. I don't. The 2 Colts I have are Colt Police Positives. One's a 32 Smith & Wesson long, and the other one is a 3220, which is a special variant. The revolvers I live for. Remember, chat, no trolls. We already had a whole bunch of trolls and stuff like that. I banned them. What's the single shot pistol? So that one, they're both 22s. This one we're still working on, so it's missing the trigger. It had a teeny trigger like that, and it's missing the hammer. We're still working on that one. That single shot is a Stevens, a J. Stevens. I shoot the 22 CBs and 22 shorts in it because I don't want to blow the thing up. It's old. I don't have any Shreks. Nope. Oh, Shriek. No. Excuse me. I thought you put Shrek. Joe Man, I want the Cricket Judge. Don't know what that is. Yes. I think someone refinished it. I'm pretty sure, but it was a while ago because it still has really light scratches. But if you want to talk about a light trigger, that thing is ounces. I wish I could measure it. It is so light, the trigger on that thing. I just did a short of it Saturday, and I did one the Saturday before that. Now, another one that has a light trigger, coincidental, is a Stevens 2. This thingy is so light. This is a 25 Stevens rimfire, which is what's in those boxes there. This trigger is a hair trigger too. It's probably a pound. That one's been refinished as well, but very lightly. Like they didn't repair the slight cracks in it. I did, but Shrek, because Mono is no troll. No, he's not. Nope. Mongo is no troll. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Hey, guys, thanks for the subscriptions. We went up some more. I really appreciate that, guys. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen. Make a request. If I have it, I'll put it on the table in the next live. We do our lives at, let's see, we do it at 6 p.m. every night, usually. Unfortunately, last night we had to do it at 9 p.m. because YouTube wasn't letting me work. Is that 25 Stevens a true lever gun, or is it a falling block? It's actually a break barrel. It's a break barrel 25 Stevens. It's not a rolling block or a lever. It's pretty unique. That one's a little hard to find. I think I found one like it on, it's not a falling block. It actually breaks. It goes click, and you put your load in, then click it back like a 410 or whatever, like a 410 single shot. You sub, by the way. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, La Colt 45. Maybe you would want to see one of that Colt I have there. I could put that on the table, I guess, for tomorrow if you're here. Like I said, I start at 6 p.m. Arizona time. We'll just go ahead and put it down. I'll put it on the table. La Colt 45 would like to see the Colt 45. We'll put it on the table. With the holster or without it. Yeah, it's a brake barrel. And there's no wiggy in it. There's no wiggy. It's smooth. Hey, Thrax, welcome. I'd love to see some Colts or the top brakes you said you have. Well, the Colt I have 2 Colts. I'm putting them down there anyways. The 45 is just a Colt, as in the round. It's a Cimarron, but it looks just like a Colt. Case hardened. That top brake I was talking about, I can put it on the counter, is this one here. It's a Stevens single shot. We can put that one on the counter tomorrow. That way it's easier to see up close with bright light. Let me put that on the list here then. That was for La Colt 45. Excuse me. Let's see here. He wants the 25 Stevens rimfire. So I make my own ammo for that, by the way. You use a 17 WSM and cut the head off and do some work on it. A miniature table on the table. I don't have one of those. I have a long format of me making the ammo for the 25 rimfire Stevens, and then a short of just kind of explaining what I do. Let's see. Yeah, I can make a miniature table out of Legos. I still have a few Legos around here because my nephews come over sometimes. Plus, I have a few up there on the shelf too. Kudos to you for making your own rimfire. Yes. Yeah, it's hard because you can't find 25 Stevens rimfire unless you want to pay an arm and a leg for boxes like that. Those are rimfire short and long. The shorts I got for 80 something. The longs I got for just over 100. They're just so expensive, so I wanted to make my own. I want a tiny table now. Gotta make one, please. Yeah, poor Dusty. What you want the little table for? For the mice so they can eat on the table with you? That would be cute. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by the Desert Armory and More. That's who this is right here. Where we do shooting, we do gun talk, we do request if someone wants to see something. If I have it, it's on the table the next live. What is that black powder? That black powder is either a 35 caliber or a 40 or something like that. That one right there, it's a Kentucky rifle. Black powder of what I shoot is those Pyrex, and I use those for my brass shell for shotgun shells for my old shotguns over here that are laminated Damascus steel. This one, that one, and that one are Damascus steel, and so is some that I'm working on in the corner here and on the floor. So I use that Pyrex, which is a black powder equivalent, stick it in my brass, and then shoot those. This one can shoot the modern, if I recall. This one here, it's just so. And then, of course, the top one's a 16 gauge, which would be modern anyways. Let me see here. Thanks for coming by the way. Thank you. Don Costwell. Any mill surplus? I have a couple right in the corner here. That tall one is a Mauser. I don't remember what model it is, but it's a Turkish Mauser made in 1938 or 1939. The other one beside it is a 303 British with the leather strap. The one with the canvas strap is a Mosin Nagant from a 43, and the other one's from 43 as well. That Mosin Nagant's a carbine one. It's an M38, so it's worth some more money. The other one I have is over here, an SKS. Right there. Sorry, my thing slanted there. That's my SKS. I do not have a single shot Springfield Armory. Sorry. Let's see. My Springfield Armory Pesca is uno 45 ACP. No es uno un boleto single. Let's see here. He means a single shot shotgun. No, no. Not a Springfield, no. My single shot shotgun would be that 410, and then I have a 10 gauge in there. Mosin and yeah, those are epic. They're worth a little more money. Thank you guys for the subscription. I think I got a couple more. The M38s are worth a little more money. The strap on it is Russian, but it's from 53. The gun itself is from 43R is what it says. Está bien, hermano. Gracias para bien. Let's see here. I'm a fan of M44s with the sideband yet. That's cool. I don't think I have any of those. Like this doesn't even have a nubbin for a bend yet because it's the carbine, so it didn't have it. At least mine doesn't. It doesn't have the nub for it. The 303 does, but someone sporterized it. But that thing is a tack driver. That's one of my favorite bolt actions that I have. In the the Mauser has it's a 7.92 Mauser, since it's in the older one. The Colt 45 and 44s are cool, but the wartime production specs are yeah. That's true because they're shipping them out so quick. The tolerances were smaller. You would want to get a Swedish, I think it is, Mauser. Mosin, because they're a little bit tighter tolerances. No, or is it the Mauser? No, the Mauser. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Swiss Mausers are a little tighter tolerances. The Mosin Nagant, I don't think they made those in any other. I think it was all Russia, if I remember. Yeah, they're still cool. No joke. My Mosin Nagant is pretty tight still. No, is the Mosin Nagant the sniper rifle in Stalingrad? Not sure. That one in the corner is a sniper. That's a 338 Lapua. Welcome, by the way, Malia Estiva. Thanks for coming by. If you like this type of stuff, double tap the screen, like and subscribe. Finnish Mausers were the quality ones. Yeah, they were better too. Remington made some Mosins? I think I did hear that somewhere, but they didn't make that many of them, so they're like a lot of ching-ching. Hey, welcome statewide TLC Tree. Ever seen a Lefera 1890? I have not. I've heard of them. I might have seen some in some videos. Lefere. Thanks for stopping by. I have never seen you in here. Appreciate you coming by. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen. And if you're not subscribed, we could love that too. We talk about guns. We talk about all sorts of stuff. Hunting. I have shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking, all sorts of stuff. Good stuff. Yes, Forgotten Weapons has some of the videos written to Mosins. Yeah, Forgotten Weapons is a good guy. Thanks for the subscription. Someone just gave us one. He lives in Arizona, I'm pretty sure, because when he's shooting a lot of his guns, there's cactus in the background, saguaros, and Arizona is like the only state that's got saguaros. Way back in the OG era, some of the Chatton Holt just got another subscription. Thank you guys, really appreciate that. It means a lot to us little content creators that are recently starting out, and then YouTube kind of takes a lot away from you. I do have a rolling block 32 rimfire. It's a Remington Model 4. It's a takedown model, but I haven't figured out how to take it down. I've watched videos and they show this little lever that mine has, but my lever's like doesn't do anything. So I don't know if something's stuck or what. It's pretty cool. I would like to get some ammo, those inserts where you get a 32 rimfire cartridge, and it already has a hole drilled in the background where you put 22 blanks in it. You could reload them yourself. So I'll probably get some of those for that, as well as that little pistol. That little pistol here shoots those 32 rimfires. But yeah, pretty neat little pistol. It's a hex barrel. I don't know what year that is. I think that one's No, I think it's a 20-something or a 30-something. Because I think that one got registered to me, if I recall, where I got it from the Gun and Pawn. But yeah, guys, appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate the subscriptions. It means a lot, like I said. The question for today, we've asked it a couple times, was if you went dove hunting yet. Season started here in Arizona September 1st, yesterday. Someone else was telling me theirs started the same too, so just curious if anybody went hunting yet. I've heard a couple shotguns going off, and today, I'm not sure if I think I heard some today. I'm hoping to get some myself. I need to see when the season closes so I know not to actually pass it up. Don't want to do that. Hey, thanks for the subscription, guys. You just gave me 2 more. I've got offered a Winchester H92 and 4440. Nice. I was looking at some of those the other day. But the guy wanted me to pay like it was Jesse James' personal carbine. Did he want like 2,400 buckaroos? Rolling blocks are quite common here in Argentina and don't need registration. Most of them are 43 Spanish. Nice. So good luck finding ammo though. Correct. Yep. 43 Spanish, hard to find. 32 rimfire, hard to find. It's harder to find 32 rimfire, I think, than 25 rimfire, but they're all expensive. Oh, no worries, Liz. You were probably doing some research too, so I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe trying to figure out how to get a hold of me, because I don't know if you sent me a message or not. I've got some stuff on here. Let's see if I got anything from you. No, some other stuff. I did get a text from somebody. I think it's my friend that lives in Phoenix. Oh yeah, yep, it's my friend that lives in Phoenix. We've been chatting back and forth for a while. I haven't met her yet. We're planning on meeting up sometime, I think. I'm looking it up some more. Okay, no worries. I figured you were. Got to plug my phone in, so I had to put it a little closer for it to reach. Drop your Instagram handle, please. I'm just grabbing my tablet. Okay, YouTubes. Let me look that up for you real quick. My Instagram handle. Go to my settings. Let's see here. So I will drop it in the comments. Where's that at? How do I do that? How do you put a tag? Gonna meet a lady friend. Ooh. Maybe. We'll see. How do I drop my Instagram? I don't know how to do that. I know some people have put little handles where they keep it stayed there, but I don't know how to do that. Put user, add a moderator, remove, report, unpin. I can unpin something. How do I do that? So it's, I don't know how to pin, like how to make it so that it just floats there with your info, like different people have. I don't know how to do that, unfortunately. I'm trying to see. I can start a poll and I can put it in the poll. There we go. That would work. All right, so I'm putting it in the poll. If it'll work. Okay, there it is right there. It's not like asking a question, it's just, that's my poll. Did you grab it? Screenshot it real quick or something? That way I can take it down right away. That's my Instagram. You get it? So I can take it away. You used to own 2 pawn shops. Did they have pew-pews? Like the ones with pew-pews, they're really cool. Like I have 2 of them here. In my little town here. Hopefully she got it. I took it away. Yes, you got it. Okay, somebody did. Yep, that's it. There you go. Now it's just staying there. So, like, I've got 2 of them. One's called Pawn and Gun. West End Pawn and Gun. I told him, I said, you have more guns than pawn now, so you need to change the name to Gun and Pawn. And then the other one is called U.S. Pawn, which is statewide. I like them because if you know the gun has sat there well, like my one pawn shop has a date on it. You got it, thank you. It has a date on the taggy, so you can be like, oh, this thing's been sitting here 6 months. I can play with the price a little bit. So you're like, okay, it's listed for this. Okay, good, that's nice. You were. Do you still have a license for that, or is it too hard to keep? I know some states are, like Cali. And so it's like you can play with the numbers, and I've gotten some stuff at some places. Like I got that 365 for a really good price. I have 2 Canics. Welcome, by the way. Mehmet Hansen Azdemir. I text you out. Okay, no worries. I have 2 Canics. I have a Canic TTI Combat. It's my favorite semi-automatic gun I own for pistols. And then I have a Canic SFX signature series, that is the Sketch, the blue one. Smith & Wesson 38s. Model 10 or Model 36. The Smith & Wesson I only have one actual Smith & Wesson. It's a 460. But I do have guns that shoot Smith & Wesson 38 calibers, if that makes sense. It's a 38 long. I have two of them. I should get a Sice or G-Force Rapture. G-Force probably, honestly. Sice is junk. G-Force, some of theirs are junk. But I would say get a Sice. Or don't get a Sice. Or Sissy. Don't get one of those. They look better than a High Point, but they're 10 times worse than a High Point. Thanks for those subscriptions, guys. I had the most guns in the whole town. That's how this pawn shop is. They got so many. The local gun store had actually closed down because they allegedly were doing illegal stuff. 360 has the extra hand cannon. Yes, it is. It's a hand cannon. It thing big. It's a 8 3/4 barrel with a brake that's removable. So you can do the other tip on it for hard casts. It kicks less than my 500 though. I have a 500 that's made by Magnum Research. That thing hurts your hands because the guard's so small. You should wear gloves. And the handle is shaped more like this style here, like a cowboy. I have a Smith & Wesson 4C 14-inch. Is it have the brake or a scope mount or anything like that? Because some of those had like a special. The barrel is like reinforced on the bottom. I think the 14 would. People hunt deer with those. Okay, let's see here. I had the most guns in the whole town. I let it go because I don't want to transfer it to my house after I sold. Okay, gotcha. Mine's a BFR, yes. They made the 500 Magnum Research in a regular frame, which is the smaller cylinder, and they also made it in the BFR. The BFR frame they used for multiple calibers. They used it for the 30-30. They used it for the 45-70. They used it for the 500. They also used it for that oddball one called the 500 Bushwhacker, where it has they cut off the barrel, thread it, and screw on a muzzle brake, and then re-etch the barrel to, say, 500 Bushwhacker. It looks like a 500 on steroids. It's as big as around a 500, but it's as tall as like a 410, or no, taller than that probably. It's tall. Let's see here. It came factory with scope mounts and a bipod. Yeah, a lot of those do. The bigger, longer ones like that. Those are really neat. Remember seeing those on Demo Ranch back in the day. The BFRs? Yeah, I think he had a BFR either in the 45-70 or the 30-30. He might have had it in the both. Thank you all for subscribing. Someone just subscribed. Whoever that was. Appreciate it. Yeah, they're a beefy babies. That thing, mine's a 10 or 11 inch. It's huge. It under 150 for the ICs and G-Forces. Kind of want both. Hey, you can get both. So if you look at One Shot, I think it's called One Shot Video or One Shot Outdoors or something like that. He did a review on the Sice and its problems. You could get those used pretty easily. Like my gun store had a pink one the other day and a gray one, I think. And maybe even a bluish green one for pretty cheap. But he was showing the problems it had, and it's less reliable than the High Point, even though it looks way nicer. It looks like an actual gun instead of a brick. I do not have a Bursa. I know they're half decent. California, where I used to live, only allowed one type of Bursa, and that wasn't the one that was better. First Shot Tactical. Thank you. Hey, yeah, that's it. First Shot Tactical did a review. I think it might have been a pink one on the Sice, however it's pronounced. He drug it behind a vehicle, I think, and did all sorts of stuff and all the problems it had. Thank you, Cohen. And welcome, by the way. Maybe you're in the background listening. Sometimes those background listeners help us out a lot. Thank you so much. Someone double tap the screen and give him a high five for that. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Really nice guy. They have a purple one and a blue one. Okay. Yeah, thanks. I haven't seen the purple. I've seen the pink one. And then I think there's other sites too that do reviews, but I remember he does one on that. I mean, sure, it looks cool and it's small, but Taurus is better. A High Point is better than that thing. I would take my FMK, that's a horrible trigger but good shooter, over that thing any day. Burst had some really cool stuff that never made it in the States. Model 62. Oh, did you find out, or I don't know if they're finished making it yet, Bursa was making a 2011 double stack. I don't know if you heard about that. I saw a short the other day, or sorry, a video presentation that they're going to make it. I'm like, Bursa going up in the game. Just touching the screen, YouTube. That battery's dying now too. Let's see here. I might use the frame and barrel to build a gun. Cool. I still buy from pawn shops all the time, mostly because I talk pawn shops, so they usually give me the dirt cheap price. Right. That's like the pawn shop I go to. The one, they're super family friendly. They're not like this huge pawn shop like U.S. Pawn is. U.S. Pawn is throughout Arizona, probably multiple states. They're not, I mean, they're really friendly, but they're like a franchise. Versus these other guys, they're just like mom and pop. Sorry, guys, I gotta route my charger cord to my tablet here. They're just mom and pop, and they're just like really nice. They'll like comment about how they can give you better deals and do this, that, and the other to help you out, and really nice people. They just changed owners. And I've known the other guy already ran part of a gun shop before, so he already knows what he's doing. So that's really handy. His name's Jim, really nice guy. But yeah, the whole thing is just really nice, the shop and everything. Sorry guys, I'm out of focus and frame there. Had to move my tablet closer so I could plug it in, because it was going dead. It was only 14%. Earlier this one was 14. I put it in and now it's 18. Should have plugged it in beforehand. I haven't signed off yet because we've had such good conversation back and forth and good views. And we still have 68 people in the chat. So I appreciate you guys for coming. If you're in the background, new to this stuff, this is Desert Armory and More. As you've been hearing, we talk about all sorts of stuff. Gun content, different models. Oh, you got this? And if I do, I'll put it on the table and you'll see it next live. I do shorts of hiking. I'm going to do some shorts of shooting and some video content. I do shorts of, like I said, hiking, shooting, gun content. We talk about everything. So if you like that stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. Someone just subscribed. Thank you so much. Let's see. You're still listening to. Oh, no worries. I figure you're in the background somewhere. Some people, you think they're gone, and all of a sudden they make a comment. You're like, oh, I thought they were gone. Like earlier, the lady that's in Arizona as well, her name's Lisa. Which maybe she's still in here. She pops in once in a while and makes a comment. I was like, oh, I thought she was gone. But yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you guys staying around. We've been on for, 2 hours and 23 minutes and still holding a conversation. And there's still plenty of people on, and I appreciate that. You're in Oklahoma, okay. Clay shooting or USPSA I subbed? I do clays on my own with my 12 gauges. The 20 I haven't done much with. But USPSA, unfortunately, I do not know what they are. They have a blue G-Force and a purple one. Should I buy both? It depends what colors you like. There's a purple gun that Arms Room 24 has. It's a SIG 1911 looking thingy with purple handles. It looks pretty cool. He bought it for his wife. It's a 380, I believe. I forget what model that is. I think it's a SIG. Let's see here. Pistol and 3-gun. I have not done that. USPSA. I have not been in any shooting clubs. Clay shooting I just do on my own, like for family fun. We'll get my old Sears and Roebuck 12 gauge, and that's all I did have for a while. And then we'd have my grandpa's old double barrel when he passed. My brother got it. And then I also have a Weatherby 20 gauge I'm going to use for the Dove this season, which started yesterday. And then I have a Remington 1200, which is the same model as the Sears and Roebuck 1200. Norman Oakland Boomin' Sooner. Okay. I've got an old Belgium 16 gauge. Nice. Unfortunately, it's only a wall hanger, and it's missing both side plates and external handle. Oh. Hey, I might have something for you. So I have a box full. I'll put you up here. So here's a box full of side plates for those type of things. And underneath it is a whole box full in here of external hammers. Because I repair these old double barrels. And so I buy those in bulk used on eBay and then sort through what I need. And then as I repair stuff, I either use those or I sell it off. I've been keeping them though. Could you send a picture? Like earlier, my Instagram was on there. I might have something of it. Do you know what brand it is? Because like I have all sorts of stuff. You're looking at guns. I am too. Just not the same way you are on the interwebs. I might have something for you. I know so many of those are fitted to the gun, at least the hammers are, but you are able to bend them and place them in. So, yeah, I can get that whole box full of side plates was about that, and I've taken 2 or 3 out of there. And the hammers, that whole box full of hammers, I got for like $120, and there's like 50 hammers in there. So if you need something, oh, you're in Argentina though. Bummers. How am I going to get that to you? Bugs. Yeah, that would be hard to get all the way over there. Yes, I have an FMK, yeah. Were you the one who was in here a couple days ago that was talking about you might get an FMK? I have one. The only downside to it is it's a horrible trigger. Like the take-up is at the very end. Other than that, it shoots great. Just picked up a mini M14 that won't checked. How easy is that to fit? It must be used then, huh? I take it. I have not worked on an M14. I would love to get one, a mini 14, as well as the other one that shoots the 7.62 by 39. That looks like a mini M Grand. Maybe you can get me pictures of the mechanisms. I'd love to make them from scratch. There you go. Let's see. Yes, I'm skilled enough. Yeah, it'd be like what's his name knows how to do that stuff too. He was in here earlier. SKS. I got one of them right over there. It's a Narinko. Yeah, it was me, and you remember me. Yeah, I did. I knew there was someone in here because FMK isn't requested a lot, and I had it on the counter. I bought mine for. That was my first 9mm. We got it for like 289 buckaroos, but mine's the Gen 2. They have a Gen 3 now that has a, excuse me, a slide cut where you can put a red dot on it. Hey Lisa, yeah, I'm still on. Good for you, good for you. So yeah, you might be messaging me on Facebook, but I've been busy doing this live. What's the FDE in black one? The FDE in black, that's a 5.7 FN. I also have a PSA Rock in that, which works pretty well too. Thanks for coming by, Fact Seeker 21. Double tap the screen if you like this stuff. We appreciate it. CZ 550 and 416 Ruby. I don't know. I know CZ makes some pretty cool stuff. Look on GB on the interwebs. Gun broker. Did you hear that? Thanks for the subscription, whoever just gave me that. Appreciate it. Got our levers over there. Got to double tap my screen here. Oh, that's good. I moved it. Oh, that ain't good. Trying to get my tablet to stay up and it just fell over. Oh, bummers. You can keep looking at those lever actions. They're chilling pretty good over there. Let's see here. We're having a problem keeping our tablet up here. It's falling over. At least it happened, started falling over and the guns were moving and nobody was over there. Let's see. That's the one I have, Liz. I got mine for, it was on sale for $289 buckaroos, but that was when it first came out, the Gen 2, and normally it was like $320. Yeah. Funny, huh? No, it's a 9mm. Beautiful collection. Well done on choosing. Thank you. I also have these over here I haven't showed you. These are shotguns. AK mags on the floor. Yep. Those are AKs. I had to rearrange my ammo with my Go bag, my Go container, so I took those out because the week before I was shooting the AK. I keep forgetting my AR mags. Sorry, my AR mags. The first time I brought the gun, forgot the mags. This time I brought the mags, forgot the guns. I need to make a list. Yeah, those ones are the regular size, 30s. I have two of them that are 40s, regular size. So far, a request to be shown is my Colts. Where's that at here? Let's see. My two Colts, my 25 rimfire, my 45, and my 38 Allen and Hopkins triple safety. Got a FAL mag somewhere. Sometime you misplaced them. Oh, really? There's a lot of ammo. Nice. I love it. You're a prepper. Most of that ammo is like, unless it's a lot that I shoot, there's like maybe 3 boxes each of oddball round stuff, because I have a whole bunch that are oddball rounds. And then like I have a decent amount of 223, 556, and AK stuff. And those are some huge brick of a mag. Oh, for the FAL, yeah. I wouldn't call myself a prepper. It's more like I like having a good enough stash that I'll shoot up and then replenish, shoot, replenish. I shot the last 3 weekends, I think. Yeah, last Saturday, the Saturday before, and the Saturday before. Not last weekend, but the one before that. I was going through a wash on the way home and got stuck in my car. I never posted that one of me getting stuck. Thankfully, some hunters that were bow hunting drove through and helped me out. What light laser can I put on the FMK? I don't know. I tried putting a O-light flashlight with a green laser, and it didn't fit, so it wasn't the right rail. I would do a little research on that to see what type of rail it is. But I would buy an FMK over a Sissy or whatever any day. Yeah, those bow hunters are pretty nice. They're nice guys. It was a dad and 2 sons, I think, in a 2-wheel drive Chevy. But it was jacked up like 8 inches. Now, that other one you said, was it the something Raptor? I've never really looked at those very much, the G3. There is a couple people on YouTube that shoot them. There's one guy who has a lot of G-Force guns. He does a lot of shorts. What is his name? He's a younger guy with a little mustache goatee thing. Oh, what is his name? Something Tactical, maybe? They nice, but don't always understand, but at least they help you. Yeah, they help me out. Good grief, this man had an armor worth of ammo. He riches all get out and can get a rail adapter. Right? G-Force Raptor is like a Glock 26 clone. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Civilian Tactical, I think that's it. Thanks, Fact Seeker. You did some fact checking there. Yes. He did, he has a lot of G-Force stuff. I think he gets, what do you call it? He's a tester for them, I believe. As well as the, Gershon brand. He has a couple double stacked Gershons, I think, too. The Gearson, sorry. That's a little bit lower quality than the T-Sys. I have a T-Sys. Yeah, he promotes them. Yeah. Both of them, I believe. Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I've got so many shorts of him. I think he moved because now he's like beside a... He used to be out in the field shooting years ago. Now he's like beside a gun shooting place, I think. Only touching the screen, guys. Okay, YouTube? And yeah, he does shooting on the side now of this building. You have a 1911. I do. It's a... thanks for the subscription. I have a Springfield Armory 1911 1A, it's called. It's a mil-spec. Very accurate. I was shooting like, I think it was 100 yards with it pretty easily. With a metal, it was a metal plate about 6 inch. Or was it more like an 8 inch plate, probably? It's pretty accurate. I'm trying to think if I've ever had any issues with it. I don't think so. Some people have problems shooting hollow points in that one I have, supposedly. Where they'll hit the ramp wrong and go crooked. Like a stovepipe, kind of. I've never had that problem. Like a loaded stovepipe, though. Mine's been great. I'm trying to think if I have any other Springfields. That one's my Springfield. And then my 5.77 Schneider is made by Springfield. I I thought about getting an Echelon. My local store has an Echelon. It has 5 mags, a go bag, a red dot, and I thought it had one other thing for $5.99 buckaroos. I was like, well, that's a good price. Very good price. What do you think about Glock? Most of the Glock 43. Fact Seeker, I'm not a Glock guy. I have one Glock. It was the only Glock I got, and I was kind of forced to because it was like the only good 10 millimeter that Cali carried that was reasonable as in price. It was the cheapest 10 millimeter Cali had. I could either get a 1911 10 millimeter that was a Kimber or a revolver that was a 10 mil or a Glock. That's all they had. I couldn't get the other ones. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the roster, so I couldn't get it. I almost got a 454. My grandpa had a 454 Alaskan, Ruger Alaskan. When he passed, my uncle got it. My 460 Smith & Wesson shoots 454s as well as 45 Colt. Not a Glock fan. Do you have a 2011 Organic Rival? I have a 1911 double stack Thesis. It's the Night Stalker. And I have a Canic TTI Combat and a Canic SFX Signature Series Sketch. It's the blue one. I don't have a Rival. I thought about getting a Rival S instead of the TTI Canic, but I decided to get the TTI Combat instead. It was just like $50 more, so I got that one instead. What Glock? I don't have it out there. It's a Glock 20. I was going to carry 44, but I'm kind of a small girl. 454 is no joke. It's a hot round. Although I do have a 45 Colt rounds that are just as hot as a 454. You're like, where'd you get those? Well, I have this brand called Double Tap that's like plus P bear loads, and it's 1,000 foot-pounds of energy. And a 454 is like right there as well. Then I have some that are 979 foot-pounds. Those are some bear load hardcasts as well. They kick. My 454s, I got a couple of them. I have some. Let's see here. Where are those? They're 300 grainers. I don't know. Those are made by Freedom's Munitions. For a little while, they made some. I thought I had some 454 that was California approved ones. There were those oddball boxes. I don't know where those are at. Not sure. But here's my hottest 45 Colt Plus Ps. These are 1,000 foot-pounds of force. For a 45, my 45 revolver, it would probably blow the gun up because it's not a Ruger. If it was a Ruger, it would handle these no problem. It'd kick like crazy. So I shoot these inside my 460. My next jump down are these. They're a bigger grain, slower moving bullet. These are plus Ps. They're 975 muzzle energy. The other ones are right around 1,000. But I have shot a couple of these in my Cimarron, but I don't shoot them that much because technically I think they're too powerful for it. Can you shot before? What do you mean? Glock numbers are dumb. Yeah, I know, right? 17, 19, 19, 45, 48, 47. Others are 9 mil. A 40 is a 10 mil. Let's see. A 20 is also a 10 mil too, because I have a 20. It's just a plain simple one. Whoops. Drop the box of ammo. Let's not do that, sunshine. Here's that little bit I was looking for. I'm doing some of this gunsmithing. I was looking all over for this little bit. This little burr bit for chewing away the metal. Come on, focus. There it is. It's carbide for trimming down metal. I need to work some of that metal down on that barrel I was working on. Yeah, they don't make any sense. Glock numbers, you're right, they're dumb. They do not make any sense in my opinion either. Like you would think a 22 would be a 22, right? As in like a 22 caliber. And you would think a 45 would be 45 caliber. Yeah, we just say 9 millimeter, and then they give the model number. Numbers are finally slowly dwindling. It was 35, then went to 45. We got a lot of likes. Yeah, like you said, yep. Yeah, my Glock is a Glock 20. It's a chunky baby, and the trigger's not that great. That's a bad thing about Glocks. They're a little chunky. Some of them have a bad hand angle, and the triggers aren't that great. What I don't like about Glocks is the gun alone is a great gun all around. But the price you pay for it, if you want to get better trigger and better this, that, and the other, you end up paying probably close to $1,000 to upgrade it. When you could buy a Canik TTI for less than $1,000, and you already have all that stuff, plus a super nice case, all these accessories, piles of stuff that you get out of the box, or even other stuff that's just as good or better. Because Glock is just kind of like a more of a basic, unless you want to get a Shadow Systems, which is a Glock that's been reworked. They're nice. Hey, Brookside. It's been going good, actually. I've been on for almost 3 hours. It's been a very good live. I would say this is probably the best one I've had, even before that other one I had that had almost 10,000 views. We were above 100 for probably 2 hours. We just got past, I think it went from 80 to 40 something just a little bit ago, and now it's back down to 30 something. So my Taurus trigger's got some nice. Hey, Mr. White, look what the cat's drug in. How are you doing, brother? Yeah, just got a Canik, or if you want a Glock clone, just get a Ruger RXM. True that. Those RXM, I hear they're having a few problems, but I hear they're really good. I actually thought about getting one of those because they're so cheap. Saw earlier you were at like 130, and I was like, right on drum. Oh, my subs? Or which? I've been past 130 for a while. Today we already got like 120 subscriptions. Now let's see how many YouTube pulls. Last time I had a really good pull where I went from 274. I went up to 311, and they literally knocked off 42 subs without even telling me for no reason. Our subs are really good. Mine's been solid unless it gets really dry. Got you. Well, just keep them lubed, right? Just like anything else. My Taurus trigger is fast reset. It resets when you barely move the slide. Okay, so I was thinking a Taurus revolver for some reason. What series is that? Hey, Fact Seeker, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. I think you said you subbed. Appreciate that. Thank you for your input, especially when I was asking for facts of channels. You were right there on top of it. We'll be back hopefully 6 p.m. tomorrow morning, Arizona time. And of those who requested certain guns to be on the counter tomorrow, we'll put those on if I have it, which the ones they requested I did. There were some others, and I said, no, I don't have those. But yeah, thank you for coming by, Fact Seeker. G3C, nice. I hear they're pretty good. What's his name that just came in? Paul Witt. He has a G2, if I recall. He was saying he's had it for a while. It's pretty good. That's the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, guys, if you're new in the background, just chilling, I see there's 30 of you there. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen. We appreciate you coming by. It helps the channel out a lot. If you like this type of content, we got all sorts of stuff. We talk about guns. We shoot guns on shorts. Oh, the 2011. I'll put that on the thing. Let me sit you on the ammo. By the way, you can't have any of that. That's mine. Don't take my ammo, please. That's a lot of money right there. All right, so Mr. Cohen Daniels. Cohen Daniels wants to see my 2011 thesis. Cohen Daniels. All right, got you down, brother. We'll put that on the table tomorrow. If anything changes, I'll put a short or a post saying that it got canceled or anything. Like yesterday, I put a short saying, sorry, I can't get on. Been trying, and finally was able to get on 3 hours late. But hey, better late than never. We got almost 1,000 views yet last night, even though it was later. So, but yeah, we're winding way down now. We only got 20 people in here. I'll give you, for all that ammo, That would be a steal. That's probably more like $8,000 of ammo sitting there. Because some of that ammo in these boxes right here, that's 2520 Stevens single shot. Don't get it confused with the 2520 WCF Winchester centerfire. Totally different cartridge. That box right there, one box of 20, $100. Uh huh. Yeah. There's also others I bought of that. That's because I bought some 2520 Stevens single shot because when I ordered this gun right here, the guy told me it was a 2520 single shot. So I said, okay, that's what I would like. And so I bought piles of ammo for it, like $400 worth. So like 100 rounds roughly. The gun comes and it is not a 2520, even though they did make that in a 2520, that top one there. It's a 25 Stevens rimfire, which is just as hard to find, maybe a little less as hard. So it was a pain in the butt. I kind of got ticked off at him, and he kept saying, "Well, stop complaining. It's your fault." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "No, it's not. You miss what you call it. Mislabeled it. It's not true." But I wanted to keep it still. I'm going to sign off. See you tomorrow. Cohen Daniels, appreciate you coming. Like I said, we'll put the 2011, and it looks like. Can I see the FM next to? Yeah, I can put that on there. We'll put that FMK on there. Why not, right? And you are Liz. Liz wants the FMK. Liz. FMK 9MM. I think FMK made a couple other things too. Is the world flat or round? It's kind of both, but I know it's a globe, as in a sphere. But it does have flat sections. Is enough for the pistol rounds? Maybe. I got a lot of different pistol rounds. I got 45, 9, 44, 357, 38 special, 10 mil, 460, 454, 9. Yeah, I already said that. I don't have any 40s. 32, 25 ACP, 38 Smith & Wesson long, 32 Smith & Wesson long, 762 by 25 Tuckeroff, 22 piles of those. What else? I got all sorts of stuff in there. Probably there's something. 45 ACP, 38, 380. I mean, is the 1911 smaller than FMK? No, 1911 is bigger and heavier because mine's steel. It's a different shape. You know, an FMK looks like a Glock. A 1911 obviously looks like a 1911. I think we got one more subscription. Thank you, whoever did that. We had 435. I believe we have 436 now. So thank you for doing that, guys. Appreciate it. My phone is about to die now. All right, I need to plug in my phone now because the tablet's 50%. All right, let me pull this through. Drop the cord through. Phone is gonna die if I don't watch it here. Alrighty, guys, let me plug the phone in here. There's only 15 of us in here. Who we betting? You got bet on there. What's that? There we go. It only was 6%. Alright, let me put this back. If the counter for the people coming in drops anymore, I'll probably just sign off here shortly. We only have 17 people in now. I've been on almost 3 hours, so best live ever so far, guys. Appreciate you guys coming in. Guns Blazing Ranch. Hey, welcome. Is that a Smith & Wesson Model 1? Which one? Let me bring you in close. One of these? Welcome, by the way, Guns Blazing Ranch. I think I saw you. Were you in here? No, you just subbed to me the other day. I think yesterday or this morning, and I subbed back. I think it was you, because I think I remember that little symbol that looks like a coyote head or something. Is it one of these, brother? If so, no. This is some rosewood from late 1800s at the 22. And then this one here is a, what brand is that one? I forget. Something Arms. I can't remember. Was it something like Norwich Arms or something like that? It's a 32 rimfire. It's an antique gun. No, I don't have any Smith and Wessons that old. I think I only actually have one Smith and Wesson pistol, which is in that blue box. It's a 460. I only have one, brother. Welcome, by the way, Anthony. I think you were in here the other day. I only have one AR-15 right there. It's a Delton. Next to it's an AK-47 Kalashnikov. Yeah, unfortunately, I only have one. I might get another one eventually. We'll see. I'm kind of into these older gun stuff. These little old pistols and old handguns. And thank you, thank you. The Delton's kind of like a nice middle of the road. I forget who bought them. They sold. I know Anderson sold out to Ruger just the other day, like 6 months ago. Thanks, Paul Witt. Delton, I don't know who bought them because I don't think they are made anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Paul. Anthony, thank you for dropping by again. And Guns Blazing, thank you. What are your thoughts about a High Point? I think they're actually pretty good. I know that's a contradiction. I say good as in reliability. They go boom when you need them. At least the 9s, and I believe some of the 45s, don't know about the 10s. Don't get the 380. That is garbage. I've looked at a lot of reviews. Sure, they look ugly as all get out. They're chunky, they're heavy, but they actually work. So I think people need to reel back on the bad memes over them because they actually work. They do their job. Yeah, see, there we go. See the 10 millimeter. He said the 10 millimeter is great. So does the P320, right? But it just goes off when you don't want it to. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. Yep. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to get a High Point for a decent price, and it's a 9 mil or even a 10, if you don't mind shooting something a little bigger. Obviously, ammo is more expensive and a little harder to find. I mean, I would go with the 9. But yeah, they're ugly, but they work. They're better than that CC, the SCCY. They are more reliable than that, like 10 times more probably. But yeah, they just look ugly. And people might make fun of you for having it, but you're like, hey, the thing works. It works better than your P320. Right? Hey guys, thanks for those subs. Appreciate it. Probably in about, we'll close off once we hit a 3-hour mark. EDC just started. That's in about 8 minutes. We'll go ahead and wind down then. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. Maybe. All right, got my cup of water. My cup of water. Person died from a cig. He laid it on the table. Yes, that's allegedly. There's been hearsay that there was someone else involved. Allegedly. I don't know, Liz. That whole story is fishy. I almost, not saying they did, but it makes you wonder if that guy was a scapegoat. The one that they said was the one who allegedly actually did the trigger pulling, not by accident, as a scapegoat so they could keep contract with SIG, which would be pretty dirty of them. But I wouldn't put it past them. Hey, we got one more subscription. Thank you, whoever did that. We got 437. Appreciate that. Because I heard recently someone said that some of that they decided to roll back and they're going to allow people to have the P320 again, some of the military. And I'm like, what? That's way too early to do that. They still need to do more research. I mean, even SIG themselves have documents of them saying that it was unsafe. But why'd they just shove that all in the background? And then people are getting hurt over it now. And somehow SIG wins all the lawsuits but one. Or something like that. And it's like, makes no sense. I think it's because Big Daddy is in their pocket. Mr. Big Daddy USA government. I think they're in their pocket. Although FBI did some research on it too, and that's one reason why they wanted it pulled. Because they say it's unsafe. Those MIM parts that are pressed or whatever, MIM parts, that would be a steel injection, are off tolerance on some of them. So yeah, I ain't using a SIG. I ain't trying to get hurt. Yeah, I have a P320. It's an M18 pawn shop special with a red dot on already for 420 buckaroos. I think it was 450, something like that. And then, see, I don't mind buying one at the pawn shop. I'd never buy a new one. I got this one from a pawn as well, like 8 months ago, with just as it sits, just one mag, lightly used. It sat in the shop maybe for 2 months or a month, and they gave me a deal on it out the door. I think that was like 420 buckaroos. Maybe it was three. It was just under 4. I think it was 380. Those are the two SIGs I have. I don't think I have any more than those two. Yeah, because I don't have any rifles. I just have those two pistols. And yeah, I holster that one on my side quite often. When I'm hiking, you'll see it on my side. When I'm at the range, it'll be on my side. I don't put it in my pocket much because it's kind of heavy when it's loaded, in my opinion. The 380 2.0 Bodyguard Smith & Wesson's lighter, so that one I put in my pocket more often. Way easier to carry, and I've got some decent defense rounds in it. This should be fine to evade intruders. Getting rid of the bipods that are having issues. The 380 honestly is what I carry the most because it's lighter. The 2.0 Bodyguard. I'll just pocket it all the time. Like I just did a short today, and I said, "What are you carrying?" And I put the phone next to my side there, and I purposely pulled it out just so you could see the handle, what it was, the S&W. But it's just so light, and even though it's so small, it just fits in your hand. Even though I have medium to large hands, it's so comfortable, and it's fairly easy to shoot. I'm not the greatest at it yet. I'm still learning more. Hey, a GX4, it's pretty light for pocket. GX4, is that a Taurus? I don't know what a GX4 is, unfortunately. Or is that a Springfield? That's probably a Springfield, right? That's a Taurus. Okay. Because I know they have the G2 and the G3. Is that an offshoot? That would be like the 4, the GX4. Is that something totally different? You're the only one chatting now. The other 13 in the background are just chilling, which is fine. Thanks for being back there, guys. Double tap the screen if you like this type of content. We're going to wind down in about 2 minutes. We've been on almost 3 hours, and it's been great so far, which is very appreciative. We very much like that, guys. It's been a blessing to get a pickup. That's different, okay. Yeah, because YouTube has really been messing with my subs. We'll see how many of those 437 stick. There was one time I started at 274, got to 311. Less than 20 minutes later, it went to 269. I lost 42 subs just like that. The 2 nights before that, I lost 14 and 13. Don't know why. I reported it to YouTube, and they're like, well, we don't know what's happening, blah, blah, blah. It might have been minors that shouldn't have been subbed and took it away, people younger than 16. It might have been old accounts, which that obviously wasn't it because they were just subscribing. They were just active. Another one was they were fraudulent stuff or something. Taurus Micro is GX4 with an 11 round magazine, 11 plus 1, 124 gram initial weight, 23. Okay, nice. Yeah, I run 124 on, I'm about to hop myself trying to hit 100 subs. Good for you, brother. Good for you. If I had more accounts, I'd sub more, but all I have is the 3 I have. The one for email business, the other one's for personal email junk, and the other one's full personal, which is this one. Yeah, anybody, shout out to Paul Witt. Subscribe to him if you're not. Sub to Paul Witt. His handle is, I noticed the last few days, sometimes it doesn't come up with that crown, which we don't have the crown up there again. I don't know what his handle is. I forget. But sub to him. He's a great guy. He's got good content. Unfortunately, sometimes his Cell service is a little splotchy, so sometimes the feed can be a little blurry, which maybe mine is at times too. I don't know. Other than that, great guy. He can't do anything about his signal, so that's not his fault. That's pretty light. 1.462 pounds. Well, guys, we are going to wind down. We are at just over 3 hours. This is the longest one I've ever had, so Priest Brother, I'm working on it. Okay, fresh on. Yep. Subscribe to Paul Witt. He's a great guy. He's one of my mods here. I've got like 4 mods. One of them popped on earlier. I wish he was on right at the beginning, but Mango of Tahiti was on earlier. Anyways, guys, we are going to shut the live down. We've got 17. What time tomorrow? Just about to get to that, Liz. We've got 17 in the background yet. We probably could wind down to less. It's funny, every time I talk about this, it starts rising back up. It makes you want to go longer. This is Desert Armory and More. We do lives at 6 p.m. Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard, but we do not, we do not do daylight savings time, so it's a little bit different. So 6 p.m. Arizona time tomorrow night, and the guns that were requested for, we will be putting them on the table tomorrow. So if you would like something requested for next live, ask me if I have it in the comments, and then we'll put it in the following live on the table. So, by the way, Liz, just made you a mod. Hopefully see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. starting Arizona time. Y'all have a blessed rest of your day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are. Thank you so much for coming to Desert Armory and More. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade only. Trust God in those times of uncertainty, and He'll help you through. Thank you all. You have a blessed night. Till next time, folks.